Hello there. How are you? My day is going well. Thank you for asking. I have only crashed once today. I've only dropped 4.3% of my packets of this current session, and other than that, I think I'm good. Got some gas here. We are in a black hole, which I've been trying to do on stream for Nico for a minute. Not that he needs to see it, but it's nice to see other people appreciating things, I think, right? And appreciating we are of the black hole mechanics. We'll see if Zal shows up again today. But we already know this story. He does some ratting around these parts and kind of doesn't mess with the gas. So a little bit of non-interaction there. A lot of secondary stuff seems wonky, yeah. My computer's been crashing a little bit lately. I'm not sure what's going on with it. It's happened since I started with the keyboard, so I almost wonder. The nullsec hole just rolled over. So this is the new nullsec sig. OZ Blofeld, what is going on, my family? I love that this is constant stream of lasers. I can't hit anything. Yeah, I should zoom in more when I play this game. It's true. Yeah, they're not hitting me in this place. That's for sure. Varlax, how you doing? Hearts back at you. Blofeld says CSB cost me another loyal worm last night. Oh no. Guys, welcome back to my stream. If you were here earlier, I do apologize. I actually crashed and it killed the stream. Hopefully it won't happen again. If I start lagging, just refresh. No worries. Good to see everybody, though. P9, Nico was here earlier. OMW was here earlier. Inglorious Nuke, what's up? Lucas, Fubi, Demon Chicken, and C-Tom were here before I crashed. What's up, y'all? Spooky was the first chatter somehow after I opened Chatterino the second time, though. So that's huge. What's up, Spooky? What's up, Myth? What's up, Paro? Gravy? 07 at y'all nerds. Scotty thought I blocked him. Not today, bro. I don't think you're capable of being blocked. You're not that guy. You have a heart. Poor Blofeld getting disconnected in Abyssals. Drone Bay is here. How are you? A man I like not just for his voice. Good afternoon, Fubi. I'm doing quite well, Scotty. Hope you're doing well. You're still working your life away. Slaves to serfs, serfs to workers, workers to proletariat. I mean, it's fun, man. Toto, what's going on? How you doing? I ate a risotto, Toto. Just kidding. We are all good now, Mr. Demon Chicken. Manny, how you doing? Nil says here has watched 5 consecutive streams. Hell yeah. A lot of secondary stuff seems wonky. ESI is down and is ESI down right now? Oh wow. What's up, Parody? Wormhole new black hole. Yeah, so there's weather in well, not weather. You could call it weather though. There's system effects. It looks like somebody typed it for you, but in this system you can see there's a black hole there. A rather rudimentary imagination of a black hole there. And what it does here is it speeds you up and makes it hard to turn. So if we're spinning in gas, it makes us go like twice as fast. You can see I'm going almost 5,000 meters a second with an afterburner. So it's pretty hilarious. I mean, even if, and it also reduces webs. This is what Nico likes to talk about. If a player comes right now, like it's a tall task to actually kill these, even if I'm totally AFK. OM Dub's still here? Hell yeah. Daltz, thank you. What's up, Daltz? Good to see you. Sky says there's always tomorrow. It's true. For as long as there's tomorrow, there's always tomorrow. It's a fucking man. Yeah, here's the actual effects if you want to just, I don't know if you can read it if you're on mobile, but the effects are over there. 86% ship velocity, 86% targeting range, 43% missile velocity, and then 86% explosion velocity. But for those bonuses, you take a 43% penalty to your ship agility, and you lose web strength. Now, this is a class 5, so they get even stronger than this, but they also get a lot less strong in lower class. It is tied to the actual class. Can you get sucked into a black hole? Yeah, sadly, no. It's in the skybox. If you just pilot there, you'll just forever burn towards the 2D background. Sadly. I guess I don't really know much about astronomy, but I suppose a wormhole is an imagination of similar effects. A tunnel through space and time instead of a singularity. I don't really know much about it, but it's cool as hell. Now, if we got sucked into the black hole, I mean, assuming we, don't become instantly atomized, I'm not even sure we'd notice, right? Blowfeld, sorry you lost a worm, brother. I'm happy to buy you a new one if you want. I got you. As he says, before the drone assist nerf, Ishtars with rapier webs were a lot of fun in black hole. Very silly. I bet. Yeah, so wormholes have these effects in some of them. And basically what happens is it kind of allows you to build a specific style of combat ship or ratting ship. I'll give you an example. Here, we'll just use the one I have. In a black hole, you can go quick. So if you're going to run around a cloud, it's kind of cool. Now, in a Wolf Riot, which makes small weapon systems hit harder and make armor tankier, you'll see people going rapid light legions, which is something you normally don't do because they're doing a lot more damage. Is a black hole, there's still a star in the system. I mean, I guess ostensibly this would be like one of the stars near a black hole. I don't know. There's some astronomical congruity in Eve, but not a ton, I think. Sponzor, what's up, man? Hell yeah. Watching Chlorokin huffing gas while huffing gas is peak Eve. That's crazy. Sarah over on YouTube, what's up? Chillin'. Blowfeld says, I love Wolf Riot wormhole riding fleets. Exactly, right? So another example.
Demon Chicken 111 says
Demon
year
Chicken.
of Linux BTW.
Another example of using an effect to gain would be like a red giant, which makes smart bombs bigger. You'll see people in high-class J-Space using like Rorquals to just smart bomb down like anything cruiser and below, I think. Actually, I don't know how it works. But the smart bombs are like incredibly much stronger, so you'll see them just blitz through with like dreads to kill the battleships. Something like that. You'll see a pulsar effect, which makes shields significantly stronger. So, for example, back in the day, I think I was ratting in a pulsar and a magnetar like 10 years ago in a rattlesnake. So, like, it'd be supremely tanky. Drumbase says CCP says they're testing a fix for the broken ESI. How am I supposed to see number go up without ESI? So, is my spreadsheet cooked? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Damn, man. Dude, I'm scared to do anything. If my computer crashes again, I'm gonna cry. I don't know, my spreadsheet's still working. Gravy says wormholes were discussed by Einstein and Rose, and they're actually called Einstein-Rosen bridge and are theoretical objects born from the math they worked on together. It would essentially be connecting a fold in the fabric of space-time, something like that, right? Cycle repeating, what's up, man? You just watched episode 11? I love it. Wait, what the hell is episode 11? It's all running together. It's crazy. Rattlesnakes and pulsars are crazy tanky. Yeah, I used to love that. I lost the rattlesnake riding in a C3 in 2016. I think it was a Magnetar at that point. Back then, like, geckos were dirt cheap. Marauders did like 10 damage. So rattlesnakes were a popular option for just sitting there. What's up, Block Caller? Not just cruising anything. Oh, Rorqual's AoE down even the bigger ships? Oh, I didn't realize that, Ozzy. That's really impressive. Holy shit. I'm not sure how they reach it. 10 or 11? I know in 10 I do gas. I mean, I do gas in all the episodes, to be fair. Before the Marauder nerfs, a passive Varger in a pulse. I've never heard of anything like that. I mean, back when I used to do it, when I first started trying to use wormhole stuff like 10 years ago, just to very little effect. My Varga did like 850 damage. Like, they don't do any damage, so the rattlesnake was just way better. It was so cool too, like the gecko would tank the rats. Oh yeah, this is episode 10. Yeah, episode 10's a crazy one. 11, I want to say, well, I guess I shouldn't say it. Life After says, what's up, Life? I was hoping to have a Saber ship that drops a bubble, making your fleet immune from D-scan. You know, there's an anchorable object that does that. It's called a mobile scan inhibitor or something. It's really silly because I think the only time I've ever even seen it was people would put it down when they're dread ratting, but it's like, it doesn't really save you. It's like, it's pretty clear somebody's ratting under there. Lockcaller, hope you're having a good week, mister. Yeah, so the idea that, you know, somebody's thought up wormholes, you know, to my understanding, there's like, we see the math there a long time ago, but I don't think there's any imagination that's thought that they're out there and we can observe them at least, unlike black holes. So if I'm wrong on that, do point it out. But like in New Eden and in Nanoicus, there's so many wormholes. It would be such, I don't know if it could possibly exist like that. They're just like Swiss cheese. I've used the inhibitors junk, yeah. Yeah, they do kind of seem like junk, don't they? Have you guys ever had anybody use mobile observatories on you before? I know you can't do it in J-Space. The reason I ask is because somebody in Goons was like dropping a bunch on me and I was just like, I just have to recloak once every 15 minutes. It's not very good if I'm sitting there. Oh, really? It's kind of silly. Do they ever get you? Living it up in Aruba. Yeah, you can see the inhibitors on scan, yeah. And they also get combat scanned instantly. Oh, okay, so you've had them used on you? Mobile obs, yeah, it's a building they put in the game to combat cloaky camping. Back for the longest time in Eve. What's up, Game Dragon? There would be this thing called cloaky camping. Here, fuck it, let's start drawing. Cloaky camping isn't just putting a guy in a system, right? Like, if your corporation owns like all these stars out here, like, here, I'll just do some like little bridges or something like this. So if like you own all these, like you would normally think like a cloaky camp would put some guys here. Back in the day, cloaky camping looked like this. You would put AFK bombers in every single system of your opponent. Every single system, even if it's 10, if it's 50, if it's 100. And then you would log them on every downtime and then leave them on for the day. Can't do that anymore because all they have to do is drop an obs. And if you're actually AFK, you'll get revealed and they'll kill you, right? But you can still cloaky camp. You just can't do it AFK and expect to never die, right? It was such a ridiculous part of the game that was hard to explain to people. Like, why join our block? Well, you too can be cloaky cammed. They did find and shoot you, yeah. So the trick is to cloak every 15 minutes and you get a stabilization buff. But obviously if you're not there, that's what it's for. Anyone know if there's a way to unbug an Eve client that thinks it's warping visually? Try going in the store, I guess. Or I guess just reboot it. What's up, Rage Kitty? I was about to do PvP today and I saw a Vit core, so your point remains. This dude sent me a point last week in my contracts. Disruptor. And I just keep saying I'm going to do it. It's like a CCTV thing? Yeah, except instead of watching, if you rat, they just blops you. Because all the Cloaky campers have Sino 5 and a Sino. The problem wasn't that you could put a guy in a system and blops. It was that you could do, one guy could do 100 systems AFK every day. That was the problem. And they actually fixed it. Oh, really, Ozzy? I don't even know that. Storms were new to me when I came back. That's crazy. Ozzy over on YouTube was saying that there was a period of time where if you logged back on after a downtime and cloaked before the metaliminal storm, you could actually cloak for the whole day. Unless that's still the case and mobile obs kind of fights that. Yeah, it was really ridiculous. Like, you know how people complain about gate camping and stuff? Like, oh my God, it's like, it's cancer, it needs to be killed, removed from the game. It's making new players go away. Same thing with ganking. Cloaky camping was like that, but for nullsec. If ganking is high sec, gate camps are low sec. Cloaky camping was the cancer for nullsec. Ray says you accepted it finally? No, I was going to do PvP today. But I am on a Vit course somehow. One day. The goal is to use it before the contract expires, or you get bored and take it back. I'm just memeing at this point. It's just a point. I'm not tripping. The storms take a few minutes to come back after downtime. I see. So you can combat that with an obs. Got it. Yeah, I got you, Ozzy. I think we all know how. What you know about how? What you know about why, though? Shout out to Laz. It's funny, I'll be in this system or systems like this, and I'll just like see dreads pop up on my D scan. I was literally huffing gas there yesterday, and it's like Moros just sails past. It's honestly really funny. Like, you kind of get this, at least I get this picture. I should say I got this this vision in J space where like if you even try to rat in high class, you just get exterminated instantly. It's not like that. On the contrary, some people rat for fucking ever and never get caught, even if they're sloppy. Steel Soul, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Sorry they shot you up. I'm having a nice chill day today. I started off the stream awfully, but got a nice little full load of 540 here, which is always pleasant. Just a nice chill stream. We'll watch stuff. We'll go on Reddit. We'll look at stuff. You guys link me stuff. We'll talk about all types of things. Life is pretty good when you just be yourself and take L's. Last night I jumped a C6 with 7 Vargas on D-Scan and some other stuff that I didn't bother stopping to look at. Yeah, I saw a massive ball of APOC navies in a C5 yesterday, too. I'm just like, what are y'all doing, man? I'm going to accidentally roll the holes. Oh, by the way, Pagel. Is Pagel here? Nope, no Pagel. He won a Sleipnir, so... Did you buy some high-quality coffee with the press it? No, I got better coffee, but it's not high quality. I got to get a grinder. It's like dragging my feet on it. I dragged my feet on the French press, and I bought it, so... It's going to happen. This is some Panera shit. It's like worse than Starbucks, surely. It's just at the grocery store. I'll try it though, don't worry. I am growing an appreciation for black or mostly black coffee for what it's worth. I haven't bought creamer in like since I got this. I just have a little half and half. Every once in a while I'll put a splash in it, but usually not. I don't even really put sugar in it anymore. Every once in a blue moon I'll put a spoonful. Oh, APOC Navy is a new high-class armor. Oh, you reckon that was for fighting? Oh, wow. What are they, like mini balls or what? Moon is here, by the way. What's up, G? I skipped over my boy Moon. He's a fucking OG around here. How are you, dude? Good to see you. Hope things are well. Blacker splashes cream is the way to go. Yeah, what's up, Soapy? Get a hand grinder with variable grinder spacing. All right, Blowfo. You fancy as shit, G. I got a grinder, dude, but it's about that big and it's full of green shit. What even is creamer? Creamer. Yeah, creamer would be cream and flavoring, Lucas. And cream would just be super high fat milk, right? That's my understanding. As a non-culinarian. Grinder. Yeah, I need a lot of things. I don't quite know if I'm gonna give a flying fuck about grinding my own beans, but you know. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. So what's really cool about today, and the reason I'm not ultra molding, is because I DC'd earlier, and I didn't lose any ships, which means my E-warps were generous and didn't run parallel to these fucking laser beams, because I hope you know how precarious spinning this actually is. 2 seconds. Thank you so much for joining me today, folks. This is your daily dose of mind control, brainwash, working class consciousness, whatever you want to call it. I'm here for you, chat. Jerry's here. Oh no. Oh no. Jared wants to lead fleets, man. You guys want to go on some Jerry fleets? I would love that. Moon says, living the dream, staring at his spreadsheets IRL, wishing I was staring at spreadsheets in space. Yeah. Do you have a lot of work to do today or nah? Is it one of these days where you're just killing time? Honestly, the closest thing I ever got to proper white collar work, like in terms of what it looks and feels like, was probably like undergrad academic jobs for labs and whatnot. That's probably the closest I ever got to it. Most of everything else was blue collar or entrepreneurial for me. But white collar shit looks amazing. Sabby, what's up? It's endless right now? Oh, shit. But then I'll be chilling. Alright. Alright, what do you work for, fucking Christmas Factory? What the play? I always get a kick out of accountants. So, like, yeah, my job's fine until tax season, and then just straight up calling all the self-harm hotlines. Air conditioning is pretty sweet perk. I miss working my hands, but the pay and comfort. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not even close. I mean, there's charm, of course, to working with your hands and breaking your back a little bit, of course, but it's not, dude, you'd have to be. I'm just trying to say, like, if you could make the same money doing something easier, why not? That's just everybody can get on board with that. So it's commentary 2 ways. Pay blue collar more and you know, enjoy the work if you are able to. If I could make my salary cooking, I'd be in a kitchen in a heartbeat. No shit, really? Is that like a thing you like to do? What if you make your salary for like another 10 years and then do the restaurateur thing? You used to work in fine dining. Puta madre, dude. I'm about to get to know Moon real well. Have him fucking send some frozen fine dining to my P.O. box. Oh yeah. Alright, we scooping. We back at it. This Metabola. A little bit goofy. By the way, I've been training my prospects. Check this out. Acceleration control almost done on all of them. I don't really want a cookie. I'm thinking that's pretty good. These guys are woefully underskilled for how much money they bring in. Try to burn myself and working every weekend. I see. The closest thing I ever got to working in food service was when I was like a teenager. I was like a dishwasher. I think I also had a waiter job for like a couple days. I never worked in a kitchen though. That sounds incredibly hard. I'm actually moving to Colorado in a month to open restaurants. No shit. Dude, good luck. That's awesome. You should like post progress here. I guess without doxing yourself. I guess you could. Free advertising. I enjoy cooking too much to do it for work. I don't want it to become a chore. It's funny, like, I don't know if cooking's ever not felt like a chore for me. Unfortunately. I think it's amazing what you can do and the flavors and the processes and just the overall culture of it, but it's always felt difficult to me. Or tedious, maybe. And maybe it just is tedious, and that's just a misunderstanding on my end. But respect for the chefs out there. I'll take your stream with me into the kitchen soon. Hell yeah. You got a 1.5 pound bone-in dry-aged ribeye for tonight. All right. All right, Mr. Steak Man. You gonna give it the old heat and eat, or what? Am Semper. What's up, dude? AMS Emperor, excuse me. Well, if it said, Sam, I had a kitchen job as a kid. It was the best kid job ever. I had free food, and it was a warm place all year. All I did was wash up. That's awesome. Yeah, I worked for this crazy motherfucker as a dishwasher for a couple months when I was like 16, I want to say. And honestly, it wasn't like the pay was hilariously bad. I didn't get tipped in or anything. But like the waitresses were cool to me, and like it was an easy ass fucking job. That place was. Like nobody even like watched me. I just did whatever in the back. Tharsis 87, what's up? But it was pretty bad. Compared to other things. I didn't get free hookups there. That man was stingy as all hell. Gravy says I'm the opposite. Me and the wife have an arrangement. I do the meal prep and cooking. She does the cleanup, which I hate. Interesting. Yeah, it's the cleanup that kills me, mate. I bought a countertop dishwasher for this place because I didn't have one in the thing, in the counter. It's made it a little bit better, but it's just like the thought of getting all the dishes dirty just boggles me. What's up, Frolomir? You running sudo commands in my chat? That's reckless, dude. He's installing dinner and removing dishes. One pan of meals are where it's at. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's an art to it, and you know what? I guess I just feel bad that I haven't really like mastered efficient cooking into my 30s. It's not like I can't cook. I'm not even trying to say that. I'm not like one of these folks. One of these like sad men that can't cook it up. Like, but I just don't. I don't like that whole cleanup thing. Yeah, I just got to learn how to like actually cook with cleanup in mind. I never really learned it. Mikhail over on YouTube says, hey dude, want to say I fully enjoyed your Nomad series. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm working on episode 16 slowly. It will be released. When? I can't begin to tell you. Maybe this year, maybe not. Thank you for your kind words, and don't worry, we'll do more. You got a pressure cooker? Negative. I got a pot that I slow boil things in. Clean up 2 words dishwasher. Yeah, my dishwasher's small, so I still have to hand wash the pans, which is not that bad, but 421 packages. Spooky. Lots of chicken and salmon over rice. Yeah, I'm in like, I don't know if it's just the area or what, but like I'm inland from water a lot. I don't know about buying much fish here. Like salmon seems hella expensive. Windows is threatening me with no more updates for my Windows 10. I couldn't be happier, says Lego. Okay, respect. You want to vent about Windows a little bit? Mikhail says perfection takes time, you know? Yeah, I had a bunch of stuff edited down. I had like 2 hours of the actual episode almost finished, and then I just wanted to redo it. I kind of have a better story to tell now. Bets on how many hours episode 16? Yeah, it's funny. I guess I think about it. You know, I'm not interested in making like a 10-minute video, but I don't really have a length that I have to follow. I would assume at least a couple hours, hopefully. Look up one pot meals, yeah. Frozen salmon cutlets from Costco. Yeah, I guess one of the warehouse places would be the way to go for fish. At the grocery stores, like the smaller ones I go to, it's always really overpriced. Like, I just can't imagine buying that amount of meat for like that much worth of chicken. You've seen the cost of beef? Yeah, I guess I don't eat that much beef, to be real. Windows 11 broke local host connectivity a week ago. No more updates. Sound like a blessing. Oh, there's some security concerns with the lack of updates. But hey, you know, if you're happy, I'm happy. Is that baked? Yeah, I didn't even know my boy Baked streamed.
Connecting.
Yo, Baked, I didn't know you were a streamer, bro. He's a chatter here, too. Yo, thank you for pointing eyes here. I'm gonna give you a shout out. I don't know what he does over there. You stream Eve, bro? Yo, go follow him. What's up, bro? Deer you run over is free meat. Low-key streamer, me too. Me too.
Connecting.
Hope everybody's having a good day. We're just talking about food and cooking and kind of just vibing it out. I disconnected earlier. No, sorry, I crashed earlier, right as I was starting my stream. And somehow I didn't die. I didn't die even under extreme duress because I can't really understate how many lasers are coming at my face right now. Phrasing. I mean, look at this. Like, if any one of those hits, I die. Ever. It just takes one. Anyway. Hopefully, you can get some of these vibes I'm wafting your way. People were asking about a Nomad Tale, and I said I'm going to be doing another episode, or I am doing one. I'll be releasing another episode. They want to know how many hours it's going to be. At least 2. Hopefully no more than 4. I'm going to be like H-Bomber Guy or one of these other like essayists at some point. Just release like 9-hour 3-part videos. Hopefully 10 plus. I'm probably going to do that thing again where I put all the uncut footage together too and put it on Patreon or some shit or just post it somewhere. Ep 16 by Christmas. I think I could probably do it. When is the patch coming out? Do we know? Let me see. Catalysts. November 18. Thank you, Gravy. So we got some days left, 20 some days. So, I mean, I can already tell you that I'm going to be, you know, buying an Outrider. Did you look at the small ship updates they made today? Let me take a look.
Connecting.
A super cut. Unfortunately, the stems of my old videos are long gone. I do have all the old renders, I think, in the footage, but not the actual project. You gotta remember, I never expected anybody to watch anything. I just made shit. They updated 2 of the Blood Raider ones? Where's this scene? In the patch notes for Crimson Harvest? I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, it's the 18th Uzi for sure. Thank you. Lucas says, you're going to be filling Loru's pockets. He will split that episode at the death. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but anybody can react to Nomad, so you can fill them pockets yourself. Judah Gaming, what's up, man? I'm counting down to my Odysseus. Hell yeah. Good to see y'all. Big thanks again, man. Bang says, in celebration of this grand finale, the crew and Ashima have received ship balance past permanent evolution. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, so I calculated that they did, but somebody told me that they don't because I didn't factor in multiplicativity. So if they don't outperform the prospect, I don't understand the point of them. But I haven't corrected the math or verified anything. Gonna react to Laura's reaction video. See what the crewer looks like. They're alpha friendly. The Tech 2 destroyers are. I mean, it's just weird that we're gonna have like 16 different ships that all scoop gas at the same amount, though. It just doesn't make sense. Venture faction, Pioneer faction. It just makes sense that they'd all scoop at the exact same rate. That's why the destroyers have to scoop more. But that's just guessing. I don't see where they actually changed the crewer. It's probably in one of the videos that I won't want to click. It's top of the patch notes. I'm probably not even looking at the patch notes anyway. Hold on. Sir Nub, thank you. My brain is just too small. Here we go. Appreciate you, Sir Nub. Alright, so Crewer gets a 25% damage bonus to its turret roll. It's optimal range. Wow. Wait, did it not have... It didn't have this before, did it? That's pretty cool. Huh. Fascinating. Well, Nu is an extremely strong Ewar. Let's see what happens there. Pioneer gets a range bonus to lasers. So mining range won't do gas though. Mining isn't gas. Like, see, these both won't work for gas as far as I understand it, unless this is specifically a new thing. I mean, the Pioneers Consortium gets shield boosters. Kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm going to do the math probably at some point today on this again. See if we can figure it out. It wouldn't make sense that the prospect can hold more, scoop the same, and have covert. Well, I'm just kind of assuming that the Pioneer scoops more, just a little bit. Otherwise, I mean, it's slower. I don't think it gets a range bonus, but we'll see.
Waypoint reached.
Crackpoff. Thank you for the prime. Moon says we've been using Ashmu for webs on a small gang comp, and it's been pretty decent. The new bonuses are just going to be icing on the cake. Let me ask you, why not Loki over the Ashmu? And I'm not even trying to tell you what to use. In silence, obviously you guys are better than me. I'm just wondering what makes the Ashmu better. Is it because you can combine the two Ewars? Oh, armor tank, okay. You don't want to be awkward with the Loki, right? Got it. Makes sense. Any Loki fit would probably be really fucking awkward. So yeah, okay, that's interesting. Who's flying the Ashima? Who's the cool cat flying the Ashima? It's Eevee, right? You know it's a snowflake that's flying it. Some cool cat. You guys don't know what group these fellas are in. They're in a group called Silence with spaces. We have a few pilots. Their group looks like this. 3 guys run it. Nice. Hell yeah. We are all snowflakes. Yeah, this is very similar to what I had before, but I think I had 5 and 6. And obviously your residue would just be multiplicative, so it's standardized still. It's still or normalized. Yeah, I mean this looks right to me, man. Am I missing something as well? Take a look. Ali Smudge, what's up? Gangsta. If I missed you guys, speak up. I like to say hello to people when they come by. 100% bonus to yield. So he's accounted for the yield. We've accounted for the... Yeah, it's just straight up a 10th better or whatever, roughly. Oh, here we go. Okay, so there's a multiplicative bonus in here. Hey, Rugged Dress Code, what's up, buddy? So what is this witch bonus? Hope you're doing well, Allie. Syracuse Bad, what's up? I mean, all of these are multiplicative. Did you mean one of them is additive? As far as I know, they've always been multiplicative. Has there ever been an additive percent bonus like that? I'm doing quite well, Allie. Much love. Hopefully I can get you one of my MPSIs here soon. Yeah, so I'm having a tough time understanding because the claim is that one of these is additive, I guess. Oh, I see. Hmm. I mean, just write your formula up because we've just been multiplying everything here together anyway. Right? Check general? Okay, sure. Yeah, cool. We got a formula here. Where is he getting 0.75, 0.75? So we have this formula here. Where are these 0.75s coming? I see. Okay, well, I just want to be clear about something. That is very disappointing. I'm so confused why the hell they would do this. I understand the rationale is right there, but also I'm really confused why. I guess the parentheses are just stressing this out. It's bizarre to have somebody explaining a formula and adding extra parentheses that don't change the math. I guess he's just trying to show how it works, like to emphasize it. I mean, prospects are faster. They have less scoops, which means they're actually going to cost less because they don't have syndicates. The idea that pioneers are going to cost less, they need 3 syndicates to keep up. I don't understand how you're saying it's worse after boosts. The boosts are also duration? Is it actually getting diminishing return though? Because if the actual formula says that they both do 5.3, the duration bonus is going to affect them the exact same. It's going to go X% faster. Boost affect things that are speed buffed less than things that are yield buffed. This is so bizarre. And this is CCP talking, by the way. They say it's intentional that it scoops the same as a vent. All right, let me just be, this is why we can't have nice things. Check this out. So these ships scoop exactly the same. Venture, Venture Faction, Venture Faction 2, Prospect, Pioneer, Pioneer 2. Am I wrong? Is there more? They all scoop the exact same amount of gas. It's so weird. And the idea of these is because they're cheaper? But you have to put more syndicate scoops on these just to get them up to this. Like, this is shocking. They better rebalance this or they're not going to like what I have to say about it in Nomad 2. Yikes. This is so dumb. All you have to do is give a 5% bump on each of these tiers and we'll be happy. 5% from Venture to Prospect, 5% to Pioneer. Done. This should be good because it's safe. It should scoop way less than these. It's shocking. How out of touch with the actual use case and feeling of progression can you possibly be? Apparently very. I mean, I'm cool. Like, it's cool. I don't even need to upgrade my tools, but just for a new bro, this is so depressing that day one, you're in a venture and you're going to be scooping the exact same amount of gas forever through 7 ship upgrades. Unbelievable. It's just very strange. That's what I get for being bad at math. Well, I mean, triple check all this stuff, right? I mean, that's Suetonia saying it, and that's CCP, and also we had somebody tested on a coveter saying it. The math works like that. This is shocking to me that it's not just standardly multiplicative, but you know, what are you gonna do? We'll be right back. 1 second.
FitMike_ says it's just very strange by Plorican.
Somebody's soliciting at my door. I'm gonna call them and tell them to not do that. Still, why not? Do barges mine? Yeah, they do. But it's not really an option for most people. You know what I mean? What's going on? Yo, you guys gotta stop soliciting, putting shit in my door. That's crazy, bro. That's not a good way to advertise. Go fuck yourself. Woo! Get wrecked. Alright, I feel better. 3.3 billion JSpace KM and 2.1 billion pod. Woo! James says it makes no sense because the Pioneer is supposed to be better than a Venture in mining. Supposed to be. But somehow we're left in this situation where I mean, just look at this. Tell me how this inspires joy. You guys like that? Imagine having a business. Listen, maybe this is going to offend somebody, but imagine having a business so shitty you have to solicit door to door in 2025. Pandemicius. Nice. What's up, bro? May says I feel like I could have handled better. Yeah, I could have waited for him to respond and told him to go fuck himself again. You're right, Mace. Lucas says, how are they going to know it's your door they can't put the thing into? I don't care, bro. You shouldn't be soliciting anyway door to door. That's just like market rape. But hey, that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree. Nobody invited you to my door to sell me shit. What's wrong with you? This ain't the 1950s, G. Motherfuckers come to doors and get shot for that. Like, you're out of your mind to do that. Both ways. You all ain't seen that Childish Gambino video. This is America. Very thankful for 90% loot drop Sunday. Hell yeah, dude. Nah, I got zero love for businesses. That's the problem with my country specifically. I won't speak for anybody else. Is we treat businesses as people. Businesses are ruthless machines that'll snuff you out of existence if you give them 1 inch. That's just the truth. It's just they're pretty good at you know, making themselves seem human. Bang says I've missed some shit. Most people don't even own their door. Yeah, I don't give a shit about owning. I actually do own the door. But you're right. Most people don't own it. You're right. That doesn't mean anything. I'm not mad at the guy that brought me the letter, but if you're the business, yeah, that's pathetic. Bang Biscuit, somebody came to my door and left a solicitation for services, and I called them and told them to go fuck themselves. That's what you missed. Destroy eats a lot more rocks than Adventure, at least. You're talking about mining-wise? Yeah, sure. That's good. I guess they just don't want gas progression. I feel like if I make a well-researched video right now, it might actually influence the outcome of this if enough people get on board with it. But I don't know. I guess it's not my job to influence anything like that. Is it the same yield for ore? No, they have different bonuses. And like you said, they have that mining range thing. So there are some bonuses. It's definitely progression for mining as far as I know, James. Floor for CSM? No, I can't do that. Keep gas prices high. Take a little break skis here. Yeah, I don't think me making a video trying to change legislation is smart. If a prospect saw it's 22 mil, they want the parent to cost like 6 mil. Yeah, good. But the 100% down on Arrival Profit? Yeah, I ain't doing it. Yep, exactly, rugged. Outrider, though, is nice. I mean, I guess you could call the boosting ship progression. You purge with the Gnosis of the Stars, switch to a Command Destroyer, and then eventually an Outrider. I don't know. It's weird. Very weird, folks. James says I have to test it out, but I think the Pioneer and Venture, as of CC, have the same exact yield with 3 lasers on the Pioneer. Yeah. Yeah, we did the math here. It's the same, bro. There's a screenshot here from Suetonia. And it's not even intuitive math because the Pioneer should read 50%. They should be adding these together, but they decide to do it at different stages. At least the Pioneer has a bigger hold than the Venture. I mean, I guess. So the progress is hold. You go from frigate to destroyer back to frigate. Yeah, there's no. I don't think there's crits for scooping at all. Is crits just mining right now? Do we know? Increase versus more. You know, increase versus more is actually similar. But in this case, it's not the same. And I know I'm being an asshole, but like this isn't increased in more. I guess you could argue it is. But which one is increased and which one is more? Because I guess the roll bonus would be increased in this instance. All right, I got you. Or more. You could look at it that way. I was going to say because they're interchangeable, it's like not really the same. It's not the same as different pools, but it is. You're right. You're right. I'm going to make some more coffee. See Tom plays Path of Exile. I should just like make this the thumbnail of the video. Black coffee with 2 sugars? Wait, is it count as black if you put sugar in it, or is that a joke? Fuck solicited goods. I just don't think that it's okay. I think ads are bullshit too, and I play them, but I guess you have the choice of not being here for that. Oh, black is only creaming? I see. I didn't know that. I thought black was nothing. Do we know if Crit is just mining an ice? Unclear. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see ultimately. No gas, Chris. Thank you. The more multiplier? Yeah, it's just pools. With enough sugar, it's not black anymore? Interesting. Yeah, what if you had like a shitload of sugar in your coffee? Would it still be black? I guess black is how watery it is, right? Versus creamy. And sugar's not going to change that? No worries, James. No, I'm not worried. We're all just guessing, bro. Don't worry. Eventually, it's just black sugar. It just caramelizes into coffee caramel. Is it caramel or caramel? Or is it caramel? Any thoughts on that? 60% sugar and it wouldn't be black anymore. If you are drinking 60% sugar in your coffee, that is that's pretty fucking based. That's like sweet tea in America. Same vibes. ESI seems to be working. Hell yeah. Black sugar. Give you some sugar. Black is just coffee, no milk and cream and shit. So, but are you allowed to put sugar in it? Hey, Ivan, what's up, dude? Here we go. I want a nice strong cup of coffee here. A nice strong cup. Appreciate the shout, everybody who follows, making some tea, excited for the next fleet. Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna look for you now when I go to raid people. Much loved, gangsta. It's funny, sometimes I'll see like somebody that chats here also like I'll find out they're a streamer later because they don't really like talk about it. They're just a good chatter. It's nice. Respect people like that. My boy got good social skills. He got some good social skills. All right, well, the good news is I've filled up the old tankerino again, so let's go park and ride. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, Ivan. %60% sugar is coffee beatus edition. Got the beatus. Fills faster, more versus increase could be less wasted gas. So it's my understanding that the duration won't necessarily be a separate pool, but for some reason the roll bonus is a separate pool, which changes things dramatically. So I don't know if it's actually like we hope it is, like path terms, but it's similar now. Swift said they weren't done last test. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I guess like sometimes I feel bad for being negative, but like I also think I'm pretty cool when they make cool stuff. They need to have at least some marginal progression, bottom line. It's just ridiculous. I'll make a case for it if nobody else does on YouTube. But YouTube's not really the place to get things done, and you know, it's kind of like their choice to do it or not. It's kind of the way to look at it. Not really much you or I will say will have really much of an impact at all on what CCP does, which is fair. That's how they want to do it. But in this case, they should take Scooper's advice and give some progression. Make them 1% better. I mean, literally 5%. Even if they nerfed the Ventures gas right now to give some progression, I'd be fine with it. I would. We'll see. We'll see. Hold on, guys. I'm just dropping some gas off real quick. Coffee stains, sugar doesn't. Interesting. Interesting. Ace brings up a good point. We got a video from our last adventures. Your fleas are my entire YouTube content. That's awesome. That's my boy. Totally absorbed by Baldur's Gate. Yeah, buddy. And you got some medicine. That's my boy. Yo, turn those frowns into less frowns. I can almost never agree with nerfing something like the only argument that makes sense for nerfing existing things is to kind of proactively combat power creep, but I'm not saying that's a good argument. I'm just saying I wouldn't personally mind if they even just nerfed existing yields on Ventures just to give progress. It doesn't really affect me one way or another. I mean, we're just going to work our way up the chain and, you know, scoop gas and all is merry. All is merry. All right. Let's bring this dude online. Where you at? Where you at, Brody? Baldur's Gate is so good. Oh no, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, it's good to get your mental health under control if you can help it. Zopracon, how are you? Bang Biscuit said I was in a system the other day and I jumped in. I saw a bunch of those true strangers pop up. I was like, oh shit. One second, let me get these guys back. Frowns and the pounds. There you go. Sal Sui is here. What's up? Number White. What's up? Nerf is good if it leads to something better. If not, then it's bad. Sure. Yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna have their takes on this one. But you know, I've played games where the power creep has been absolutely absurd. You can't argue the Odysseus isn't power creep, but it's okay. I don't mind it so much. Personally. But if you want to get rid of power creep, yeah, just do scaling reworks. They call them balance patches in some games, reworks. It's a good way to prevent things from getting out of control. But Eve is so old at this point and it hasn't power creeped that much, so I'm not even mad one way or another. Giveaway's broken, by the way. I didn't win. My bad. I tried to rig it. The Zopper's doing well. Hell yeah. Introduction of something more powerful is a nerf to existing ships. Yeah, that's kind of my point, is if you nerf the Venture a little bit to add this like progression, like the price of gas will just marginally go up in theory, and then you'll still have this progression. It'll just feel a little bit worse for people who know the numbers off rip, but I really don't think it would matter one way or another. I just think it's inexcusable to be flying a ship with X yield, you know, and still have that yield years later in like your 5th upgrade. It's just like no shot, dude. I think change is good. How exactly can always be changed after? Fair, yeah. I'm actually agree with that as well. Especially in long projects like this, it's like, you know, they're very respectful of their own product to not ruin it. You know, their livelihoods depend on it, which is fair. It's just we need progression for gas. It's just like, it's just so sad. Do Eve players do the release OP ship for hype and players, then nerf it right away? Yeah, they Eve does that sometimes, yeah. They're not like notorious offenders at it though, for what it's worth. But they do tune stuff down. Back on that bullshit. Where's the main marketplace in Minimatar? Probably Ren's. If not Ren's, Heck. Also, Amamaka usually has a lot of stuff, but it's a smidge overpriced. Vital cores have 240,000 C540 in it, M3 worth of it, so it takes a while. My crew can hold 50k at a time. It takes 38 minutes to do so. Which means that this site takes me a couple hours, even. I was super surprised how little power creep there is since I've played. It took them a year and a half to nerf the Sino and it barely got a nerf. Yeah, that's fair. Let me think. I mean, they reworked Marauders and have been walking them back ever since, right? Maybe that's not the best example. Dark says, how do you know where to put Mobile Depot? For this? What's up, Dirk? Good to see you. Hacker runs are pretty close in market volume generally. Yeah, which is funny. You know, there's still a fair amount of jumps away, 6 or 7, right? Through high sec, of course, but you would expect one to actually dominate the other at this point. Crimson Harvest sites seem to be dropping better loot today. Really? What's the Mobile Depot for? In case I have to refit, right? I'll just go down there and hang out there and refit a little bit. Where do you put the Mobile Depot on 0 on Gas Cloud? Well, I guess my question would be, like, what do you think I'm doing, necessarily? And then we can work backwards from there. Not to be, like, annoying, but there's a fundamental misunderstanding here, I think, on your end. And I want to identify it. I got a 40 million scan out of the hacking site. Awesome. Varger dipping below 1 bill? For real? Wait, really? Dude, I'm about to be using them for PvP then. I know they got nerfed, but still, that shit still slaps. Class 3 in high sec, baby. Yeah, so Dark, basically, I guess I want to know, like, are you trying to... You're orbiting Mobile Depot or Gas Cloud? Yeah, I'm orbiting the depot, yeah. You can see in the center here. 1 bill, jeez. 1 bill for a Varger, dude? Holy shit, we're about to do Varger runs. Only Vargs. That's really cheap. How much were they before? Like 1.4, 1.5? Am I tripping? Were they ever that high? Were they like 2 bill at one point? I don't really have any idea. Pally's still 1.2. Yeah, Pally's good though. The Varger, nobody likes that. Meh. Keep doing this over and over again like a dweeb. You gotta kind of stage up the... You gotta let the prospects catch up in stages. It's funny, otherwise they get a little bit too far for the boosts. Because of the black hole effects. It's really funny. Missed the Paladin high sec with 40 million. KR? Black holes are so frustrating to fly. Interceptors are like, fuck, even I'm drunk, dude. $100 MN Lokis, you have to move like a tank. I'd like to see one of those 500 MN prots out here. They do like 9k cold in New Eden. 1.4 bill, got you. Alright, now we're in business. My prospies have decided to start actually pulling their weight here. Mr. Wayne, how you doing, bro? You ready for the plunge? Here we go. Oh. Sorry. I'm a child. Sad to hear of Marauder nerfs. Paladin's my goal. Nah, man, they're still godly. I'm just joking because they were so overpowered for so long. Yeah, so what happens, Bang Biscuit? Yeah, so if the prospects move faster than the Magus, they will eventually catch up. But what happens is because the inertia gets hurt, they actually accelerate slower. So if the lead guy, even if he's slower top speed, if he starts off, he'll actually pull greater distance than the boost range. They'll get cut off of the boost speeds and then they'll fall behind. That's literally what's happening here. So I basically just have to make sure they stay in boost range as they get top speed. It's just a tiny bit more micromanaging. It's not hard. I'm just a silly Billy. No, Marauders are still really good, guys. Don't worry. Wayne, hope you're doing well, mister. Hope your week flies by. So Dirk was wondering if I'm orbiting the depot. Yeah, I'm orbiting the depot at 100. So the depot is on the warpin, Dirk. It's just when you get going. Yeah, I mean, I have this configured so that the Magoose runs slower than the Prospects to avoid this in most scenarios, but the Black Hole screws with it because the inertia causes that gap to be wider before they reach back to equilibrium. They'll miss the boosts, and then they'll fall way behind. You got it, Dirk. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so just drop it on the warp-in and orbit at 100 if you're trying to recreate what I'm doing here. Obviously, do the math, or you'll lose your ships. But in theory, it doesn't really matter where you drop it. It's just we start there because we already know the transversal is going to be high on the guy. My golem face tank 2 Babarogas. Fuck yeah, dude. That's huge. Yes. Babaroga. Any fleets this week? Of course. Things looking up in real life. Oh, I love hearing that. Chrono still slaps. Yeah, I think they're all still good. I'm glad things are looking up for you, Mr. Wayne. Yeah, definitely Friday still. I might move the day eventually here. I heard more people are doing fleets on Friday again. But would love to have you hunt whenever it's convenient. Did blops over the weekend. I caught 2 targets myself with a cheetah. Feeling pretty good about it. I thought ships of some class took the same stuff to build, so I don't know why Paladin costs 200 more to make than a Vargar. It was supply and demand, surely. I mean, that happens a lot in Tech 3 products, too. Some of the subsystems are 30 mil. Some of them are 80 mil. Same levels of materials, basically. So I would assume that's market forces dress code, but I'm not an economist. I have no idea. Hello, trying to start a character in Mimitar. I'm also postponing the Baldur's Gate until the stream is finished. Nice. Yeah, I'll probably play a little bit more later. I was playing with my girlfriend last night. No spoilers or anything, but I'm having a good time. Characters are quite strong. I ran into something in Baldur's Gate. Again, I'm not going to spoil it because Ivan's playing it, but I ran into something in Baldur's Gate that blew my mind. Like, we were just talking to somebody, and we were like, ha, no, fuck you, basically. And the person just killed us and ended our game. I didn't realize that was a thing. So we had to go back to the last save. I didn't realize you could just, they could just talk to you and kill you. I didn't know. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And the person's like, all right, you're done, son. I had a problem setting up prospects. Didn't know how to use micro afterburner. Yeah, these are 10 meganewton afterburners. That happened to you too on your first playthrough? I just looked at it. I was like, bro, we have chosen very poorly. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'll keep it spoiler free. I think it would be fun after I play through BG3 with her and, work on my own save. I play it with some people from the server. It'd be fun. Remember in first BG, I died in the first fight due to enemy critical. Some games start off incredibly hard. I was playing Elder Scrolls Arena, the first Elder Scrolls game, number white. And the first dungeon, if you start as a spellcaster, you may not make it out of the tutorial. There's almost no way. I haven't figured out a way to do it. You're supposed to just punch the rats as a spellcaster. It's not good. I was shocked by how hard that was. Obviously, that's a game from the goddamn 80s, or 90s. I mean, 93 or whatever. Super funny. Just shocked. I played Baldur's Gate 2 on stream for a minute, a couple weeks ago. Super fun. I'm a bit of a fan. I'm gonna bring this gas. Spoiler alert, this wormhole right now, I'm in a class 5. It has a high sec connection. Right now. which is how you say convenient for moi. They added high and low and shit to 4s, right? The wanderings. Like, did they increase it for 5s too? Because it feels different lately. They increased it for 5s and 6s or something. I think they increased lows. I can't remember what they do. I used forbidden tools to solve the problem. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of manufacturing I had. I see. I guess. I think connections were increased across the board, at least from scanning. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I almost, you know, as somebody that doesn't roll the wormholes because I'm a little scrub and I just choose not to like simplify gameplay, right? It's like, part of me wishes all the wanderings would go the fuck away. Wandering proliferation to this degree dramatically favors rolling playstyles, but rolling is how everybody works in chase space, so it's just me, just on my own, being a little sad boy. Being a sad boy. It's amazing fronting. Yeah. I suppose if you're just building a chain out looking for people to kill, the wandering proliferation would be insane. Doesn't really affect me so much. Rolling's for nerds? I mean, you day trip, to be fair. You don't even have a dog in this race. As much as I love you, and as good as you are at day tripping. Rolling is for like those dudes living out there, not even you or me. We're just a bunch of gas giants. It gets unmanageable with how big our chains get, though, yeah. You guys, having fun out there. What mapper is Silence used? Is that a OPSEC? Let me add that topic to that list. I don't know if it's OPSEC, but it works just fine. Yeah, no worries. When I first started going into JSpace with a couple of buddies, we took a battleship with those ones and rolled off the other connections because it was a sweet shattered, yeah. That's pretty advanced. Bringing the roller in, rolling off the other sides. I guess I'm just getting at the idea, like, you don't really need to roll as a day tripper. You're kind of opportunistic generally. Musical battleships. I've done that with single characters before. I'll bring one Praxis and have all my guys jump into it. One by one. It's funny to do it with friends. I hope that they don't make high-sec connections appear too often, otherwise that would kill the experience. Yeah, I mean, you're still going to have to usually build a chain out if you're in a high class. You're not just going to always have a wandering there, but I've had more connections to high class or high-sec than I've ever seen in my life. And it's like shocking how many there are. I mean, at some point, like, they're just going to put some damn Stargates out here, you know? Let me go grab a yogurt real fast so I can munch while I talk. Somehow they've trapped a mango beneath this yogurt. I don't know how they've done it. If you roll all wormholes but the static one, how long would that hole stay with only that one connection? Well, wormholes have a lifespan once they've been spawned, you could say. Once they're no longer a Vestal, as I call it. Usually a day, but it depends. Some of them as short as 4.5 hours. Now, if you're asking if you roll the static off and then the static respawns and nobody warps to it, the answer is forever. Excuse me, if nobody even draws up the warp vector. You don't even have to warp to it, you just have to start a warp to it. Yeah, so you can never control incoming wandering wormholes. You can never control incoming rage wormholes. So the answer is you have no guarantee at any point that no incoming wormholes. However, you can guarantee that your static stays inert. Sal Sui says the music is good. Yeah, Bang basically, to my understanding, it's forever. Nope. I mean, I actually did research on this too in a Nomad Tale. But if a wormhole spawns and nobody initiates a warp to it, it only exists on the probe scanner, and on the other side is a K162 that a drifter can warp to. It'll stay like that forever. The reason why it doesn't is because inevitably somebody comes in and initiates a warp to it. Inevitably, within a couple days. Because of how JSpace works. My understanding is that JSpace does not progress. Drifters can warp to either side? Yeah, no doubt. By Bob's Law, rolled statics are always warped to by someone as soon as it pops. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Moon. This is what people get tripped up on. They think the Vestal mechanic is actually usable, and it is for your Dread farm, but in a group, I mean, like, you have no guarantee some moron didn't warp to it. But the general idea is, yeah, my understanding, and I believe I've proven this in a Nomad Tale, is that, you know, if that wormhole is never warped to, the only trace of it is the probe scanner and drifters potentially warping to it. Even a Dread farm, there's someone watching, of course. But that's more of a seeded thing. Oh, you're saying as a counter to rolling it off? Yeah, I got you. Plus, you have people rage rolling all day, every day. That just pop in your sig and kill you in a couple minutes, you know? It's not easy, but, like, you know, you got to get a little unlucky to lose your Dread farm, as far as I understand it. Never did it, though. The common misunderstanding with a Vestal wormhole is what I call a wormhole that hasn't really triggered yet, if you want to call it that. The most common misunderstanding is that somebody's got to go through it for it to start counting down. The truth is that it starts counting down from the moment somebody right clicks and clicks warp to that grid. That's the moment it actually begins kind of doing its thing. Now, if you don't go through it, it takes, what, like 4 hours for it to spawn on the other side? But if you go through it, it spawns on the other side immediately. Remember, drifters are entities in wormholes that warp around on their own, and they can actually warp to inert wormhole sides, which would follow the same rules. Except the drifters themselves don't actually spawn it, trigger it. Only players do. Even in Dread Farm, there's always someone watching, or you can spawn after, yeah. Well, once you activate the wormhole, it's like a, as far as I know, like a probability countdown thing, like you're describing. I haven't actually looked at that one. It's not as useful. The truth is that if you stack enough dreads, it's actually kind of hard to, like, actually lose everything to most people. Like a pack of NFIs, like 4 or 5 of them, it's like really fucking annoying. Yeah, Moon's basically commenting on how dread ratting, like the economy of scale, I guess you want to call it, is huge. So losing dreads is almost part of doing business. But just understand, with Marauder ratting, you can go forever without taking a loss with the Boucher Ultra 3. With dreads, you know, there are people that rat for years with dreads that don't take losses, but it's actually a little bit luck based. Now, some of them are better at defending and they've had more defenses. A defense is when you're dread ratting and you can't get away and you have to actually fight your way out. Some people are good at that. Others not so much. They give up instantly. Usually with dreads, you shouldn't give up instantly because some people will try to check and see if you're going to give up instantly and don't actually have the ability to kill you. Finally got a Windows VM to work. For what? Work? Was that for your job? Sal, I'm happy you're having a good time here. on your PC. Why don't you just use a Windows install? That's crazy. I love it. He's like, I'm not gonna fucking install Windows. Are you crazy? I'm just gonna use a bootleg virtual machine. So apparently I'm allowed to put this in it and it's still black. That's what the chat told me. So I'm allowed to make fun of people for their creamy coffee. Meanwhile, I'm putting sugar in it. All right. All right. We had a guy log off 2 Phoenix Navy dreads in our hole. Fuck yeah, he did. Yeah, so Life After is describing a seated attack. Seated attacks are almost always successful. Versus a rage roll or a wandering connection or just a random run-in, which are not always successful, depending on the size. Seated attacks only really go off when they have enough to kill you, guaranteed, right? So if somebody seeds your hole with like dreads, as in they move dreads when you're sleeping into your wormhole, like you're gonna die, mate. He says needs to export some game meshes, apparently breaks on Linux. That sounds like a made up fucking problem, bro. You know? I don't think that's real. I think I'm gonna do some injecting on my characters. That sounds like a crazy thing to say out loud. All of our characters have track marks and shit. No, I think I'm gonna do some injecting and work with my industry a little bit. Open up the pipelines. Slurp up these brains for skill points. He's like, yeah, dude, because I'm selling them. I'm fucking selling if you're buying. Life is good, folks. We got hobo leaks. We got gas ships. I mean, I'm not all bent out of shape about Catalyst. I just think we need gas progression. Odysseus is a cool ship. Outrider's gonna be goated. Bro shooting up in the spaceship. Gotta slap that arm. One of them tourney kits. Wish, man, I'm always buying injectors. That's where all your money goes. Just funding your skill points. Really? What are you looking to get into here? Have you told me? Life says quit Swede, starts injecting. Nah, I've always been injecting in Eve. I've been injecting since injectors came out. And I can't say I quit weed. I quit smoking flower, I guess, is the best way to put it. I still touch the vape here and there. But it's a bit of an upgrade in terms of esophageal health. Finally give my lungs a break from the toasting. Just getting my combat skills better, using them for long trains, like level 5 support skills. Yeah, no doubt. Get those drone skills, get those gun skills. Let's check our vital core reservoir progress. I think we're about halfway done. Yeah, we're more than halfway done. Now, I'm not trying to say that I'm a consummate professional at this here gas scooping game, but I am saying that my boy Zal, whose wormhole I'm chilling in right now, it's not his, he's just chilling in it himself. He's been a gracious host. But after today, I'm leaving the wormhole again. This is the second time in 2 weeks I've been in this wormhole randomly. The black hole attracts me. I like St. Ides, 100 milligrams of THC per can. 100 milligrams per can. What the fuck? I bought edibles when I stopped smoking flower, and I was taking 50 milligram edibles, and they were just whipping my ass as a lifelong smoker. So who knows what's going on with my body? The endocannabinoid system is indeed one of mysteries. You think I can get a ligature plus some cash if I offer in return blueprint of ligature for 3 runs? Probably not. Usually those things are heavily weighted in the materials. So even though you have 3 runs of the blueprint, probably 99% of the cost is in the materials themselves, Ivan. I'm sorry. The ligature, I don't know for sure. I know the Zugma is like that. James Mahoney says, I feel like I was here yesterday. You were huffing this exact gas cloud. So this is actually a different one. This is a vital core. Yesterday we were doing an instrumental core. Yeah, I can't help myself. When I see core sites, I'm like, ooh, I'll stream that. I'll stream that. James Mahoney, good to see you. Does your hauler just haul stuff, or can you use guns or like one thing? My hauler? My hauler is, yeah, he can fly a bunch of stuff. Nothing combat though. Are you asking are my characters specialized? Is that what you're getting at? Yeah. I might get back into huffing. All right, all right. Do it at work or what? But yeah, the industry skills required for Tech 3 is pretty overwhelming. I want to say it's like 15 million SP to get going. But I really need to open up the bandwidth here. I have 2 guys that can do it. I need to start using both. And if I can't do it at that, I'll start roping people in like Nico has been asking to help. But industry is a weird one in this game, man. I wonder how many people, like everybody you talk to that does industry is like, yeah, I used to do industry. It's like they all stop. I wonder how I can keep going forever. Salonius, what's up, man? Were you by chance trying to do some sizable huffing before downtime and after downtime today? You saw another prospect stack there? These are my ship names. They haven't changed. Oh, the mouse is getting erect. Oh, fuck. 10 prospects, 1 Magus? Nah, I only have 4 and a Magus. What's up, Salonius? Somebody's got to save me in Twitch chat with the Giga Mouse emote. I'm supposed to keep shaking my cursor until they save me. Manny. Thank you. Appreciate you, King. Yeah, Ivan, without looking, I wouldn't know, but I do know it's usually disappointing. Usually industry is disappointing when you're glancing at it, thinking about how to make money from it. It's like, well, I'm unable to make money. You have a Ponte booster? I saw a Ponte the other day. I was blown away. I was like, yo. We just need a stork crew. I've never seen a stork crew before. That's hipster as hell. You see this stork guy? That's amazing. Like with scoopers in tow? That's amazing. It just tickles me the right way. Gotcha. Yeah, and my characters are hyper specialized life. So my hauler will just have hauling skills, trading skills. Now he has manufacturing skills and probably like drum freighter skills. So like it's all right in that area. Whereas this guy's leadership and boosting and all the prospects have strictly navigation and stuff, mining and stuff. Basically play around with like, 15 characters or so with this corp. Industry is good with scaling, knowing whatever market you're in. Yeah, but I just find that people like, I mean, I'm sure there's people that have stuck with it forever. There's notable examples, but a lot of people do it and like don't think it's fun, I guess, over time and then stop. Wonder if you have the ability to toss the hauler into a freighter or Sino. Yeah, so he can fly freighter skills and Rorqual stuff, I think, left over. Even though I don't have any freighters. I just have a Rorqual. But my skills are all super spread out, bro. I have a couple characters that can like cover Sinos on these guys. Basically like the way I do it and the way I describe it in Ant is like I use squads. And I definitely, I guess the humble way to say this would be like inspired other people to try this style. But like if we have PvP and then specialist and then toilers. right? Who would have account 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, like, these are my mains. Main 1, main 2, and then this would be like, you know, flies everything. Flies Proteus. Legion. Eris. And then, who knows, right? Specialist, this would be like Trader. And then Hauler. And then, like, we'll just say Field Manager. And then it's like Scanner. And then here it's like Prospect. It's like Booster. And then Prospects. I hate writing with the mouse. But you can see, like, at any given time, we can log in 5 of these. And the idea is we generally log in like all 5 PvPs, or we do all the specialists and like manage everything at once, or we log in all the toilers, right? And this just keeps scaling. You just don't want to have that many PvP characters. It's way too many for most people. But you get to do fun things when you do this. Instead of storing all your stuff in buildings and having one guy switch between them, you can just log them out anywhere and they're always in their proper ships. That's kind of the fundamental part of nomading that I try to instill in people. James Mahoney says, I'm new to a lot of things. You just ignore the rats. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the gas scooping you'll see people do involves just either outrunning the rats or, you know, being unable to be hit by them, or even outranging them so they don't even notice you. So yeah, basically just running away from them. They can't hit me because I'm too quick. Marco says, I've learned from you that people use a Magus to boost gas huffing. Any low skill alternatives to the Magus? Yeah, people use Gnosis. Instead of spinning around the cloud, they'll just sit up top here, away from the rats. As long as you're like over 270 km away, the rats won't aggro you. You can still be on the cloud. Gnosis is a really low skill that can boost, and it can also scoop. I got you, live. Yeah, I mean, they've all been extracted a trillion times. Sculpted, if you will. Guess you need 2 or 3 accounts for proper nomading. I mean, my general advice is, you know, if you have 1 or 2 accounts, you're probably going to have more fun day tripping than trying to manage like a colony. That's just my advice. But that's not how it necessarily goes. You could nomad with a strategic cruiser. The Odysseus, you know people are going to be solo nomading with that. Just taking a little bit of everything when they're bored. But I would say if you want to do gas as a primary activity like I do, you want to probably have at least 3 guys. You compress the gas on site. Yeah, so here we would just be jet canning it somewhere in space and compressing it with a porpoise. Lost my prospect on a C-13 Wolf Riot. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bit of technique involved here that isn't really apparent. But yeah, I've lost plenty of guys to these when I was testing. I used to think this was impossible. I also run 3 accounts for Jack the Needle's shenanigans as well, so Jack the Needle can field in a completely different crew as well. But they're completely unrelated. Jack the Needle's guys, the Chloro Kitties, and Nomad Tail stuff. This is Nomad Tail characters. Sorry you died, Myth. If you sell gas to me regularly, I'll SRP your losses. Gnosis with coveters is what I use most of the time. Yeah, no doubt. That's kind of just like the lazy man's setup. Like you'd... I mean, if you put Tech 2s on there, it's like literally just who cares if they thank you. But Gnosis works, mate. You can perch on top. I call it perching on top of the cloud up here. Some people call it high huffing, I've heard. Basically just use another ship to get up there, drop a bookmark, and then fly everybody else there. The rats don't even notice you. I'm curious how it is that you very rarely get attacked by players. Well, there are hundreds of class 5 systems. And there's 100 and change class 6 systems. So if you're hanging out in these systems, like there's hundreds of them. And the way wormholes works is there's no direct path here unless you know where I am and have it scanned down already. So even if somebody sees me and knows where I am, like it's not trivial to get here. But the thing that really prevents players from stream sniping me is that it's literally almost impossible to kill me. when you're spinning like this. Even if, like, I don't know, you're coming, I'm not even descanning, right? We're not worried about it. I'm going almost 5,000 meters a second with an afterburner, with web resistance and a micro jump field generator, with a bunch of prospects being guarded by sleepless keepers. This is one of the hardest gank scenarios in the game, besides Von Holler shit. You need an interceptor? These things will track a scepter. Maybe a black hole would complicate that. But either way, there's no way to do it. You have to literally scram them to. Or hidden Prage. I'm pretty sure these would track a scepter even with max bonuses. The math is very non-generous past the threshold. Yeah, Ivan, it's basically isolated. I'm doing some censoring of the system name. It's hard to get here, and even if you do get here, you can't catch me. Now, with that said, hubris does get people killed, but I've never lost a prospect to a player, and I think it would be pretty hard to do, given my anxiety and level of concern. But with that said, I have lost I lost Ventures to a player one time. I was sitting on top AFK, and he just combat scammed me when I wasn't looking and killed me. So I'm a bit scarred on the high huff. But the spin is just, like, ridiculously smooth. And this isn't even a normal spin. This is like an unstoppable god spin. Like, if a player showed up on D-Scan, I would unironically pray for him to show up on grid and try to catch me, because it would be fun to watch. And you're usually not in that scenario as the prey animal. Homophone's going hard there. I think we just got a load and what? 40 more? So 90 left? Yeah, 90 left on the dot. Love it. Love it. So basically right now, somebody asked, they were curious, what you're kind of doing here is you're just warping to like random safes and dropping the gas literally in a jet can. And you'll go fetch it later when the coast is clear. Have you checked out Outrider versus... Yeah, dude, it's way better. Outrider is huge. It has an actual bonus to gas boosting on it. In terms of fitting speed, no, I have not. But I'm fairly confident we'll make it work. I'm hoping. If that doesn't offer an upgrade, I'm done. I'm uninstalling. Give me a toy. Just kidding. Jet cans are 2 hours, but if you ever worried about the timer, I mean, I personally time mine with timers, but if you ever worried about them, you can always set the jet can to the time you dropped it as a reminder, or you can just flip the cans every hour. You don't have to do that though. It's pretty easy to collect them. There's no site besides this one that takes me more than 2 hours to do anyway. Is that a Gibson acoustic behind you there? You do music streams? Nah, I'm a little scared to play in front of people like that. But they're eventually going to get me to do it. I am musical, but not good. I'll play something someday. Whoa. 1 second. Let me fix this. No, it's not, what'd you say? Gibson? No, it's an Asian one, like a Takamine, I think. It's not, American. It does sound beautiful, though, for what it's worth. I'm not downplaying it. Yeah, that was given to me by a parent of mine. I got a buddy who does music streams. Spooky. He would love it if you come by. The Spookinator. What's up, Web Hostage? Takumi is a good brand? Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know better, to be honest. But the guitar is great. I just don't think it's American, which I'm just commenting because it's a guitar thing. People have their opinions. Kind of wish I had a faster tractor speed buff so I could jet can. Yeah, dude, that would literally be fucking hilarious. Rugged, I like the way you think, partner. He's a triple threat. Huffscast lives a nomad life and is a musician. I wouldn't call myself a musician by any stretch. I played it in scholastic programs. I've told people before, orchestra, jazz ensemble, band. The ensemble was very good, very elite group, but I wasn't like a star player. So I definitely know how to read treble bass, right? I've played a bunch of different instruments, but I wouldn't call myself a musician by any stretch. The only thing I touch any day is any more these days is the guitar, and it's just to like play a sad song or something. But with that said, I do like music, and I feel like I, you know, have a couple more tools to appreciate it than I did when I was younger, which is nice. But I'll take the compliment, James. Just very mitigatedly. Biscuit, you saw I took a little bit longer this time to get them up to speed, and now they're slowly creeping up on me. You can read music, that's no small thing. True, yeah. I guess to be fair, I with a guitar I read tabs. To be fair. But yeah. Still got all my old sheet music sitting around somewhere. Ivan says, I also notice when I get deep into C5 chains, I get fewer surprises. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, what I recommend is try flying all the way to the top of the cloud. Try getting more than 270 kilometers away from that start point, and the rats won't even come. What if you could smell music? That'd be pretty cool. The olfactory. By the way, I'm done with this site in T-minus 1 hour and a few minutes, right? Not bad. Bet punk rock would smell like stale beer and cigarettes. Yeah, no doubt. Hip hop would smell like weed. I mean, come on now. What am I saying? It would smell like weed for sure. I feel like Screamo would sound like body odor. Am I wrong? Is that wrong? Pop would smell like candy and like lavender. Classical would smell like wood. You could confuse between hip hop and reggae. I mean, reggae would ostensibly smell more like weed than hip hop. You're right. I mean, I love hip hop and I used to love smoking weed, so I was just talking about myself there a little bit. But you're right. All right. You're right. You got me there, man. Screamo smells like licorice. What would K-pop smell like? What do Hello Kitty dolls smell like? Like that. Peter Panka, what's up, bro? How you doing? Game Dragon says, what's the exact range you have to be away from the warp bin in a gas cloud? For what? Seaweed. Okay. Bubblegum. Yeah, I bet K-pop would smell like bubblegum. Looting drones for Odysseus, Warpin, don't move, hack and loot everything. Classical is like a rich mahogany, yes. A deep, rich mahogany. A Honduras mahogany. Metal would smell like sweat, yeah, exactly. I said Screamo, I meant metal, shit. I don't think it would matter one way or another, Rugged, about the Outrider stats as long as it actually lets you yield more. I think you still do all the spinning tactics. However, I am interested in the comparison, so do go on. Sal Sui said, I did about 5 hours of exploration wormholes yesterday looking for non-combat data relic sites to run and came up empty. So basically pirate relic sites, the non-combat ones, only spawn in low class, class 1 through 3. And there's not that many of them. I usually recommend people not to try exploring for pirate relics in wormhole space. A lot of people like to do it anyway because it's fun. But you're only limited to low class, and it's impossible to tell if someone is camping it or sees you that you're there. So it's a little bit risky, but that's your problem. You probably were going in 4s and 5s and had no chance of seeing them. If you were in low class, then you were just unlucky. Guys, love your pretty faces. I'll keep reading the chat here in a couple minutes. It's going to play some ads because Jeff Bezos sucks. What would Mongolian throat singing smell like? Frogs. Let's not get into what grunge would smell like. Feet. Yeah, there you go, Sal. It's okay, buddy. You know, there's actually stuff you can hack inside of those. Specific things called tallow cans. It's a little bit tricky. I don't know if it'd be worth explaining right now, but if you're ever curious, I guess I could teach you that. Is Ashamu a rare ship? Kinda, yeah. It's expensive, isn't it? R&B would smell like baby oil. Dude, that's Diddy coded. I don't think you're allowed to say baby oil anymore. I think it's banned. You can get a Titan BPC from this event? Fascinating. Pookie, what's up, bro? I see you. Sorry, people are slipping in here. Event sites can spawn in high class right now? Oh, yeah, they definitely can. Tetramons can spawn in high class. I kind of assumed that he was looking, Sal, or she was looking for pirates, though. Lingo found a pirate site in over level 2 in wormhole space. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's 1 through 3. I can confirm they spawn. They also spawn in shattered systems of all types. So if you're ever in a shattered system, you know pirate relics can spawn. As far as I understand it. What you don't know is whose line it is. Anyway. It's a pretty godly segue, I gotta say. Good thing I'm in a commercial break right now. Ghost sites any class? Yeah. No. Ghost sites any class. And they're all the same strength. And speaking of ghost sites, I did one earlier today. Spoiler. Did a superior. Got like a bill. Yeah, I think if you like wormhole hacking, what you can do is you can go around K-space and poke in wormholes to see if there's relics there, because chances are if it's connected to K-space, it's probably low class. Not always. Wandering wormholes will complicate this, but it's more likely low class if it's connected. Otherwise, you just kind of got to understand how to stay out of high class, which can be hard because both 1s and 3s connect back to K-space. What's up, Techno Troll? Not sub, no ads? I have no idea, bro. I'm just happy. Here, yo, check this out. I think I put music on the BRB screen. Let's try it. Nice. YouTube should be able to hear that too.
Well, actually, your old self died and I miraculously escaped. Lucky for you that you have been reincarnated through an insurance clone. Open the medical services and I will show you more about this nifty little thing. Little thing, little thing, little thing. This nifty little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing. This nifty little thing, little thing, little. The asteroid is depleted. This nifty little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing. This nifty little thing, little thing, little. I will show you. Docking request denied.
Nice. Shout out to that song. I wonder what YouTube's gonna do about that song. There's like a shared riff in there. Twitch yells at me for making my own music that I made. It's annoying. Nice BRB screen and music. What is this sweet ass remix? It's on my YouTube. I made that. There's a lo-fi lick in there though that I got from a shared library that triggers fucking DMCA. It's annoying as shit. A sample is what we call it in audio production, music production. Let me see. I'm gonna link y'all to that video if you haven't seen it, just in case it censors it. Or maybe it's hidden. Is it hidden? It's hidden. It's crazy. It's time for a big old dab. All right. I'll allow it. Just don't get in a car and crash into anybody. That's all I ask. Hopefully you're a good boy. Where's Nifty at? Did I take it off of YouTube? What the f— There it is. It's unlisted. This is a secret video these days. This is an unlisted video you guys can watch. I have the lyrics in there. So funny. Yeah, one of the samples I have triggers Twitch's DMCA in there, and I just don't understand how it's, number one, it's even possible or why. But whatever. Nice BRB screen and music. Yeah, does anybody know what that BRB screen was? The art? I think we've done this too many times now. It's a shattered, silent battleground. Techno Troll, good to see you. Welcome back, everybody. Demon Chicken didn't get ads. Oh, damn it. There goes my lunch money. Sal says, I love the idea of hacking in wormhole space since it seems way more relaxed than trying to move through no. Yeah, and this is something that I really, you know, I love to teach this because it's such an important thing to understand about like the small scale solo play styles. Like if you have this line here and like this is J space and this is K space. Like if you want to like hack in here and like take this loot, like you gotta understand that more often than not there is like a guy that is today connected to this and like that's his front fucking lawn. Meanwhile you're just like going through all these wormholes and like coming around here and ending up here. Like the loot in J space is so much more safe and easily accessible for those that live there because it's on their doorstep. They can see you come in. They know you're scanning. They know you're going to take it and they just kill you when you show up. Versus the alternative, you'd have to like find empty relic sites and camp them randomly and hope some local shows up. It's like so lopsided. It's not even close. So even if you find these, it's like, it's just, you've seen my series. Like I've killed 1 trillion explorers because it's so trivial. And so for that reason and that reason alone, I say maybe avoid hacking inside of JSpace unless you live in there or you want like a challenge or whatever. The other reason is that you have to do a lot of scanning because there's a lot of extra wormholes in there that you don't even care about that'll waste your scanning time as a new bro. So there's a couple reasons I kind of say stay away from it. It's just discouraging for them to not be able to hack in the exploration part of the game. Anyway, sorry, that was long-winded. That music, I love it. Know what you do music production stuff? Yeah, that was done in Ableton. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I have a music background from when I was younger. I used to use Reason in like the fucking 2000s, and then I moved to Ableton. That's basically just old Aura voice lines sampled, some pads and some just drums. There's really not much to it. The Nifty? Yeah, yeah. That's a classic Chloro song at this point. Moon says, especially wormholes close to Jitta, those always get camped by local J-spacers, yeah. And ice fishers, as I call them, yeah. You ever see Zappy Boys, that guy? He has a big, he likes to put a bunch of Stormbringers on the Jitta holes and just one-shot anybody that decloaks. Hey, Hypno, what's up? Come to Lowsec hack. We don't do any of that here. Lowsec is great for exploration. If I could tell you to do anything as a new bro, man, maybe get yourself a venture, find some Lowsec that you like, and just like run a route there for a week or two and see what sites pop up. You're going to get ghost sites, which are just free blue chips. You're going to get sleeper caches. You're going to find gas sites that you can take when nobody's around. And you can do that like almost day like 3 or 4 if you just like rush into the scoop training. But I'm not saying you should. Zabby's Classic. Do you know him? I never met him. Just looks crazy. I've been watching his Z kill go up from when he formed it. I was mesmerized by it. It kind of scares me sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to lose my goddamn verts to that. Got it. Good to see you, Jerky. You can make tons of this if you find a quiet low-sec system. Yeah. And you just gotta remember in low-sec, like, you know, as a new bro, yeah, you're not gonna have cloak. You might occasionally die, but you know, you're probably okay. Just stay at like Black Rise and all that north busy shit. Come out east. East is legit, man. We got shitty gas, but we got like mad cool people constantly fighting, doing their own thing. Yeah. Max Blow is all 4s and 5s. Yeah, no doubt. He won't take fights. Yeah. Well, I mean, Moon, I don't take fights either, so I'm not going to shit talk for that one. Sal says, I feel like I'm getting baited into Hunted. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about Lowsec. I mean, I guess I just look at this game very black and white these days. I'm in Lowsec. Chances are I'm in a ship that's not going to get caught because I have the cloak ability. If I don't have cloak, it's like, if my ship aligns in 3-4 seconds, most people are not going to get me. I know where the gate camps are. As a new bro, there's so much unknown. Like, you don't know, is this system hot? Like, how do I not know there's somebody going to be there? Am I going to get smart bombed? There's so many unknowns. But when you do learn about how to get around in Lowsec, it becomes magical. And I don't want to do the plug here, but this is just to help you. I made a video called A Nomad's Guide to Lowsec Travel. I talk about everything in there except lances. And just replace lance with smart bomb for 99% of you, and it'll be fine, unless you didn't jump freighters, right? This video goes in depth into, I'm not going to watch it now. Actually, we could watch it. Holy shit. Fuck it. I mean, what else are we doing here? We're talking about these mechanics. I'm on a cloud. We'll skip the shit talking part. I feel like I watched this a couple weeks ago, even. This is like explaining why Lowsec is totally doable if you just mind your manners, if you play by the rules, right? Let's watch it better. I might skip around. This is definitely a little bit much. In EVE Online, bridge trolls are real. For as long as the game's been around, players have set up violent blockades on stargates called gate camps. These traps are frustrating for new players to handle because they look like they're impossible to beat. But what if I told you that avoiding these gate camps was a simple matter of minding your manners? By the time you're done watching this video, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of 5 of the major types of gate camps and what makes them strong. You'll even learn some manners or strategies to counteract them. Furthermore, we'll analyze 3 of New Eden's most dangerous Lowsec hotspots to determine which threats are the most prominent in those areas. Finally, I'll give you some blanket advice on how to stay safe in Lowsec, even when you're not quite sure what to do. I hope you enjoy the lecture. Each solar system in EVE has a security status, but yeah, sometimes I watch old videos, Soapy. It's funny. I've actually watched a Nomad Tale on stream a couple of times in the past, the whole thing over time. I think this is a perfect time to talk about some of these mechanics. We have Sal here saying like, man, I'm in wormhole space. I'm not finding what I need. We're telling him to go to Lowsec, but he's like, dude, that sounds dangerous. This is a good understanding to know that like it is if you don't play by the rules. This number is misleading. One might think naturally that 0.1 security
is safer than negative 0.1 security, but this is not necessarily the case. Low-sec, despite being safe from dangerous tactics like warp disruption bubbles, is, in my opinion, the most dangerous space in the entire game. More than wormholes, more than nullsec. But why? Well, the answer, it's really simple. Higher traffic. In nullsec, many regions are owned by an alliance, and traveling through that space is generally fairly safe with intelligence networks and the sheer number of allies one has available nearby. In wormholes, the lack of local seems scary, but it actually provides a layer of security not available in New Eden by allowing you to stay truly hidden. Combine that with the idea that there are very few players that actually live in Anoikis, and you have kind of a dead area. It's not that dangerous. However, in low-sec, it's a bit like the Wild West. There are many more factions involved, countless innocents simply traveling around, in close proximity to trade markets. This is a recipe for action, but not all low-sec is so conducive to camping. For example, in faction warfare areas, gate camps are largely non-existent because the local militia clears them out of necessity. But for the low-sec systems closest to a trade hub like Jeddah, these are exceptionally dangerous areas. In the next chapter, I'm going to explain in ascending levels of threat the 5 main types of gate camps that I see in low-sec. The idea is to have a baseline understanding of which threats exist before analyzing areas and strategies.
Like if I asked right now to a new player, like, could you tell me 5 different attacks? Not attacks. Can you tell me 5 different types of gate camps? It's like, they would probably describe some that they've run into, right? But like knowing them comprehensively is how you actually get around them without fail, right? And this is kind of the whole point of the video, is without actually knowing all the things that people can do, you're always going to be left wondering, did I make a mistake?
Insta-locking is the most common type of gate camp in low-sec. The premise is simple. Configure a ship to have fast locking speed, so you can both lock and apply a warp disruption module on the target before it warps off. In theory, this is something many ships are capable of nearly naturally, such as interceptors. The standard for insta-locking is 2 seconds, which means that if a ship can warp away in under 2 seconds, it's largely immune to insta-locking. That's why tiny ships seem to flit around low-sec without much trouble. The bridge trolls simply cannot snatch them out of the air. Smart bombing is probably the second most common type of gate camping tactic I see in low-sec. The idea of smart bombing is a bit trickier than insta-locking, but far from difficult. Although in EVE we tend to think of being in warp as a moment of peace, there are some things that can interact with us as we warp, smart bombs being one of them. If a clever capsuleer activates their smart bombs as you're landing on the gate, but before you actually land, they can snipe you out of midair and kill you mid-warp. This is smart bombing, and it's terrifying for ships with low hit points. Blopsing, or Black Opsing, uses a class of battleship that allows them to instantly jump to a beacon, even bringing friends along with them. Naturally, this is a very powerful mechanic and oftentimes is included with other gate camp setups in the background. All it takes is one ship with a covert cynosural field to show up as a slow ship is passing through to instantly herald a massive, powerful fleet capable of destroying any single target.
So insta-lockers, smart bombers, we'll just say dropping. What else?
Although this seems unfair, it's pretty balanced because of the risk of things going wrong for the Blops group. Plus, cynosural ships tend to not be the fastest of lockers, allowing you time to warp off. Clutter camps are where things start to get scary and broken. In EVE, after traveling through a Stargate, we know we get a 60-second invisibility timer.
I love your
Doing
face.
anything breaks that timer. If we break the timer and immediately cloak, it's as if we never uncloaked. Nobody can target us. But if there's an object in space right next to us, we can't cloak. The result is that any ship that relies on a cloaking module to evade gate camps falls prey to the clutter camp. Now, what is the clutter camp? Well, it's simply an insta-locking camp with the addition of having a bunch of objects littered around the Stargate to prevent cloaking. It takes a while to set up, is kind of random, and can easily be shut down, making clutter camps highly
We don't talk about
dangerous,
lances in this video.
but largely impractical in most areas.
It's the only thing I left out, but
Ultra-locking
again,
is the final
smart bomb,
boss
same thing
of
for
gate camps.
non.
It breaks the rules we've laid out for
freighters.
ourselves. It is
Expensive
essentially the dad of insta-locking. Remember how I implied we needed to be able to warp off in under 2 seconds? Well, ultra-locking does not care. Outside of some corner cases with tactical destroyers, any ship that can't cloak can be caught by an ultra-locker as it goes through a Stargate. I'll go into detail later, but know that ultra-locking is highly fickle, requires playing from a specific location in real life, and is widely misunderstood. It's a threat, but it's a controlled one. Although there exist many dangerous low-sec...
Let's go to this section. We talk about each system, but it's basically Tama, Abazin, and Rancer explaining what type of things are in each one, but it's not really what I want to cover now.
Ultralocking is accomplished by stacking lots of scan resolution, typically being donated by some other ships via remote transfer. When a pilot's scan resolution is high enough, and if their network latency, or ping, is low enough, they can just target sub 2 second ships. There's no mystery to it. It just works. However, to get low enough ping, it's not really feasible for most people. Generally, one must be located fairly close to the data center that EVE Online uses in England in order to have low enough ping to pull off ultralocking, but it is possible anywhere if the ping is low enough. There is some more nuance involved to ultralocking that you can read about through the link in this video's description, like how sometimes it's required to jump in and out of the system to reset things, a fact that lends itself to why ultralocking isn't utilized too much in Tama and Abazin with all of the distractions. It's too easy to get one's setup disturbed there, I believe, and ultralocking setups tend to be fairly elaborate and expensive. But for you and I, we only need to know that ultralocking exists. It's not uncommon in specific areas, and it's the major threat to low-sec travel. You are not safe in a sub 2 second aligned ship in specific systems like Rancer, Miro Item, Grillier, Van, Vicamia, and others. While you can technically get ultralocked anywhere, the most eligible spots are those with enough traffic to be worth it, but not enough to get chased off constantly. This allows you to evaluate the area and determine the threat of an ultralocker.
So obviously it's quite verbose. We don't actually have to go through it. Let me summarize it in a more engaging way here, yeah? So if we labeled 5 attacks, 5 types of attacks, it would be insta-lockers, right? Insta. Lock. Next we had smart bombs. We're going to leave out lances here. We'll just consider a lance a smart bomb for this. And then we'll go with, we'll call it dropping. And I called this a clutter camp. You can call it whatever you want. And then lastly, ultra lock. And basically all I want to show you, excuse me, Salsui, is that everything you find in LowSec is going to be one of these. And I know this is probably way too much, and you're probably just like, all right, dude, shut up by now. But what I want to make clear is that this is everything. Like, just for understanding what could come your way on an average day. That's not to say people won't try to invent new things, but this pretty much covers everything. And getting around this is really not impossible. I'm just going to say the type here, and then we're going to say weakness, like how to actually beat this, or solution, whatever you want to call it. Okay? So insta-lock, so this is the classic one. Have less than 3 seconds align. Right? Or 2. Excuse me. Support the show by signing up for my Patreon. Don't do that. I got to remove that one. Hold on. 1 second. I meant 2. I'm sorry. My brain's fried. I got to remove that command because I'm trying to get rid of my Patreon. It's like promoting it. That's not what we want, chat. I don't want your money. I just want your love. And timers, support, save, easy peasy. All right. So to get around insta-locking, just understand. Yeah, sorry. I'm putting the wrong things. Pot of B. Just understand you need under 2 second align. And that means no normal ship will be able to catch you. My brain is completely cooked and I'm putting the wrong numbers in the most easy camp. So how do you accomplish this? Right? Well, this is usually done on ships with like inertial stabilizers or rigs or having small ships in the first place. Something like an Astero can have under 2 second align with absolutely zero effort at all. Like one module should put it there if it doesn't start like that. This means that no ship can lock you. There's only one exception. We'll talk about it later. This means you're safe from almost every single type of ship that can be on a gate that attacks you. Very simple to understand. Smart bombing, the way to beat it is don't warp in a straight line. Avoid lines, right? Really simple. You have to warp exactly from your gate to their gate for them to smart bomb you in most cases. There's advanced ones. But if you warp at range to a random object and then warp to the gate at range and take a look at it, like they're never going to be in position. What it is in practice is you warp to a ping on the gate and then you warp down to the gate when they don't get you. But if you don't have a ping, you just warp to anything out of line, then you warp at range to the thing. In low sec, there's no bubbles. They can't drag you. And they're never going to be set up at 70 or 100, right? It's impossible to get caught by a smart bomb doing it this way outside of instances like EF in a BAS and having pings pre-made. It's just not a thing elsewhere. Avoid going in straight lines. Dropping is really simple. Don't fly haulers. No slow ships. Understand that you can't fight your way out of a drop. If you bring your battleship out and someone drops you, you lose it no matter how strong you think you are. If your ship is like a 9 second align time, you need to micro cloak trick it. That'll probably get away from a lot of very lazy dropping attempts. Clutter camp is don't rely on cloak. And also avoid certain areas. And by certain areas, I mean wherever it's known that this is done, such as Tama, just understand your cloak might not actually save you if your align time's not 2. And the last one is ultra locking. The way to beat this is to have under 1 second align, right? There's only a few ships that can do this, like a Hecate comes to mind, right? But you can't actually do this with most ships. So are you just always caught by ultra lockers? No, ultra locking is finicky to set up. It's difficult to set up, meaning it can't be set up in a common area like a Bazin or Tama. It's just, I mean, you could ostensibly set it up there, but it's going to get disrupted awfully quick unless they have sterile conditions. So you see these at kind of off the path places. The most common one is in the Rancer pipe because there's a bunch of systems in a row and usually some of those gates are quiet. Dropping means somebody lights a Sino near you and a bunch of ships come. Right. So this is the general idea is like, if you just do these two things, you can go in 99% of low sec systems. These are like very uncommon for you to run into as a normal player doing smart things. So if you have like an Astero and you avoid lines, like you will never die in low sec, which you suddenly get this sense of freedom when you start believing it, right? You're like, holy shit, I can go anywhere. Like, it's nuts. So now I use a buzzer, but can't get my line under 2 seconds. So I should, well, the thing is, the buzzer has a covert cloak too, right? So like, if you were to look at that chart, the only thing that can really stop you would be a clutter camp, which are very rare. Smart bomb? Smart bomb hits an area, and because a warp is a fixed vector, they can time it so that right before you hit the end of the vector, they activate the smart bombs and kill you. Buzzer should be fine for low sec. Just understand that if you ever run into one of those systems like Tama that has a bunch of trash around the gate, your cloak won't activate. That's a clutter camp. But everywhere else, all the other faction warfare systems, anything that's not bordering high sec right next to a trade hub, you will always be able to travel in a buzzard just by activating your cloak as soon as you can and moving. Always. Interceptor can survive smart bomb battleship. Yeah, a bunch of ships can be fit to survive it, but smart bombs, you got to understand, you can stack smart bombs. In a Bazin, they can kill cruisers with them. They can kill transport ships with smart bombs in mid-warp. So you can't out tank smart bombs. In theory, in purpose, yeah, you can always survive a single Macario if you put a little tank on it. What's up, T-Killer? Less than 3 is fine if you can cloak. The standard travel is under 3 seconds with a covert cloak. That's covers most bases. It'd be hard to lose it. Buzzer should be easy to get. I don't think it's easy to get under sub 2. I don't think so. For some reason, I don't normally gate camp. That's cool. Always read kill bolt for your route. Yeah, if I'm nervous about something, if I suspect maybe a clutter camp in some random system, go on Z-Kill. See if they're killing people recently. Look at the times. When was the last kill, right? How many have died? If they have a clutter camp, they're getting kills, so you'll see it on Z-Kill. If in a quiet area, I should be fine with the buzzard? Yeah. You will almost... If you avoid Abazin, Rancer, and Tama in your buzzard, it would almost be impossible for you to die. That's my opinion. Yeah. And the way the lines work is it's like it's not continuous, it's discrete on the server tick, so it'll round up to 3. That's kind of why we're talking about this, right? Or it rounds essentially, you know what I'm saying? If it's 3 or over, it'll round up. What's up, Johnny? So you have to be under. That's why we'd say 2.9. But anything between 2.5 and 2.9 is wasted is the idea, so... Yeah, just your buzzard, if you have a covert op cloak, you're not going to die in low sec. And you're going to be shocked by that. That you just won't die if you avoid those systems in my video. Rancer, Abaz, and Tama. And you can cross them too when you get good. But for now, avoid them and you'll avoid your losses. I talked to so many people that are just like, yeah, I'll just fly across Abaz. And I'm just like, dude, just go through lore and ping off of the Fortizar. And they're like, okay. And then they just die to a smart bomb. It's like, dude. As I'm sitting here answering, what you doing? You a white sky bro or what? Anyway, sorry if this was too convoluted, the chat. I just felt like chit-chatting and doing a little unsolicited lecture there. Sitting in my Deemer, my man. The system from Jitta to Amar is a Bazin. If you jump from Jitta to Amar, you go through Hikota Gate. It's largely camped, but they smart bomb, the guy called EF smart bombs very competently there. Don't go through a Bazin if you're not pinging off of gates. Now, if you're coming from Amar to Jitta, you should go through lore. That's what I try to explain to people. It's much, much less likely to have an actual insta-lock camp on that. Is this Twitch stream for those gates? True, yeah. And to be fair, Waydama Scouts is nice. But I don't use it anymore, and not because I'm too good for it or anything. It's just you do actually understand the conditions and how to find that on Z-Kill. But it's a really reassuring source for new players to cross Waydama with their stuff. Sorry, not Waydama, Bazin with their small stuff. Is there some tourist brochure about most lovable OSEC systems? Yeah, I mean, I'd say Amamake is really high up there in systems people love. Tom is a classic system. Abazin's a classic system at this point. Well, it's not a classic. It's a new age system. A lot of activity there. Some of the ones that border low or even null are pretty cool. Other than that, it's kind of generic. I've seen a lot of stand-up fighters in Abazin recently. Yeah, it's just for decloaking. Basically, decloaking beats decloaking fighters or scepters or daredevils beat microcloak tricking, right? Can the smart bomb tactic be done in a wormhole? Yes. However, the problem and the reason smart bombing is not really done in wormholes is because in K-Space, the locations are fixed between stargates 24/7. In J-Space, they change constantly every day. So like the angles people are warping from changes constantly. It's just not as efficient to sit there and try to wait. Plus, there's very little traffic in wormholes. What's up, Zach? Yeah, Sal, I think you should be good. Just look for your penetration into LOSAC, whichever system that is. If it's Tama, it could be rough. Everywhere else should be fine. Yeah, you can also use the Waydama Scout site. It basically shows you like lists of people that are on the gates. It's funny. Tourist brochure. Peter, hope you're having a good week. You're getting it to set the curse? Are you going to join me for Blopsy? You actually can't smart bomb on a hole. Yeah, you can't do it on a gate either. You got to be off of it, right? Just kind of funny to think about. Like, who cares about the wormhole? Like, who's the one that's policing that? All right, another load, which means we just have a single load of 540 left, right?
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Fantastic.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
I did some blops over the weekend from Curse. Kind of a fan of that region. Drifter Concord collusion confirmed. Very alliterative. I know what I should have for late lunch here after I'm done with y'all nerds.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive.
Warp drive.
Warp drive.
Took an epithal into Abaz and just see how long it takes them. I don't think Gate Cloak had fully fallen off. No, that was hilarious. Yeah, they probably had an active Insta-lock camp there. I like Abazin. It's a very active place. You mentioned the patch notes, the Kruor and Ashimu. Somebody showed them to me. Yeah, very cool. You talking about the new range? Very cool. I mean, I can't say I've ever flown these ships, but seems like a nice buff. Prices shot up as they do. You know, Eve's got a little bit of a speculation crowd. Them purple helmet guys. The warriors. I'm interested to see how the Pioneer is going to be used. Yeah, we did the math on that. According to CCP, it scoops the same amount as a fucking Venture, so I'm not exactly enthused about it. If I sound mauled, it's because I am mauling. Should we show them? Should we show them the document we made? Here we go. This is the holy Bible of gas scoop progression. What's up, Koname? I missed so much action this morning. I had to spend a few hours traveling to the city. What's up, G? You mean action here or like IRL or what are we talking? There's no action here. Joe made a Reddit post. Nice. I often got caught flying from heck down south down Mock Air Turner. Really? Yeah, my understanding is that this is shit. And this is straight from the mouth of CCP. Right here. Whatever. Now they may add progression. I have no idea, but I'm obviously just like, you know, kind of giggling, I suppose would be the term instead of molding. Pretty much done with this Vit core here, and we can get the fuck out of Zal's system. So I stop streaming his wormhole. People were talking about the Pioneers for Alpha. Cool. Excited for the SOE shit. My scanning's gonna be crazy. The Odysseus, yeah, that shit's clean, dude. You're not gonna get me to not be excited about the Odysseus. It's a much better bait huffer. Well, now we're kind of just laughing at the idea that the justification for the Pioneer is that it's cheaper than the Prospect. However, to get it on parity, you'd have to add an extra Syndicate scoop, which dwarfs the value. It's okay. We're just being actually type Wojak comic characters. Give me the ball sack ship. How many skins would be available for the ball sack ship? You guys are gross, you know that? This is a family-friendly stream, and you're over here talking about scrotums. Unbelievable. This is why we can't have nice things, chat. This is why. I don't know if I've gotten caught on Res Broco, but Res Broco is not right next to Bosinger. I think you get a family without the ball sack. You know, I could go out into the woods and like befriend, you know, like a bunch of animals and like create like a Disney princess family. No, no cojones required. In fact, they would certainly not be required for any of that. I don't want to start getting the furries all excited. Res Broco is like Space Detroit without any of the Detroit. Yeah. I'm into Disney princess family. Use a burlap sack, fit one scoop, then Newton tackle. So then, oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. You said bait the way I think of hybrid. Got it. Omnivore. Got it. Yeah, bait. Got it. I don't know why my brain was off on that one. Yeah, I mean, it would be, you would have to think twice about hitting on a pack of those, I suppose, because they could have a way higher ceiling for combat. I mean, that is an argument. See, Tom, you're producing an argument for the Pioneer, and that is it's a more capable combat ship. It's just, I was hoping to use it for spinning and get a couple more gas for it, but whatever. Now, how cool would it be to have a ship? The faster you move, the more gas you scoop. But if you're not going like at least 3-4K, you get like nothing. That's my ship. That's the Yodic special. Call it the skimmer class. Just one scoop. Dude, people would be... I'm talking about putting snakes in these things for the memes. People would legit put snakes in them for higher yields. Oh, one of those ventures of the Scrambled Web last night? Yo, clean. Did not survive the alpha? Dude. What are you, flying a Loki? Gravy was talking about someone sniping on gates too earlier. Just corm things,
Connecting.
You know. Mahoney Terror, dude. What's up? What's going on? I got a couple of Mahonies around. Mahonies. It filter feeds. Oh, like a baleen whale with the filter. Yep. Dude, that shit's crazy. You guys ever like put some like cereal in your mouth and just like strain the milk out with your teeth? Imagine if that's how you had to eat. Oh, same one? Hell yeah. I kind of assumed it was the same lad, but you know, I didn't want to make an ass out of you and me. There's no I in assume. I saw some thread about the most impactful episodes of a TV series of all time. And they were like listing, like, I don't know, these crazy episodes of really popular shows or something. And one of them was Toys for Tots from
jumping.
The Office. And I had to think about it. I'm like, maybe actually. That might actually be one of the more impactful episodes of all time on people's psyche. Allie Smudge gifted a sub to Here's Johnny. Thank you, Allie. Renoir coming around with the love. Thank you for that. Hell yeah, dude. Now I can't blast them with ads. This is bullshit. The only reason I want to stream is to just produce the worst, most garbage quality content and just load it up with ads. Now I can't do that because they keep subscribing. Unbelievable. Whatever. It's all good. I'll just talk it out. Scott's Tots. Yeah, that shit is like, I don't think I could watch that again. I'm not even like an Office fan. I don't hate it or anything. It's cool. But like that episode, I couldn't watch it again. And there's really not a whole lot of episodes of shows that make me feel that way. And a cham. And a chom. Bro, I had somebody come to my Twitch chat yesterday that I knew in real life. I have no idea how he found my shit. I think I don't know how he found it. I mean, he's cool. I'm not worried. I'm just wondering how he found it. He's like, yo, guess who this is? I'm like, I assure you, I have no idea. It's one of your favorite episodes? So Scotty, that's amazing. I get a little too cringy, bro. I gotta admit. Shoot a 3-minute Eve-inspired ad for your public fleet and blast the subscribers with that while Bezos takes care of the non-subs. Nah, dude. Nah. I'm going to talk through the ads because that's extra content if you use an ad blocker or subscribe. I'm just spitting a gas cloud for hours and I'm over here talking about the purity of content. I'm about to cry. Oh, it's so funny. RMT, yep. I told you guys about that one time I almost did an RMT on stream by accident. I was trying to do like giveaways and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have one for subscribers. And someone's like, dude, you definitely can't do that. I'm like, really? What you mean? And like, dude, that's against the rules. I'm like, for real?
Autopilot jumping.
And then I was like, oh my God, fuck, it is. And then I like DM'd Bjorn B. I was like, hey, dude, I just committed a felony. He's like, how did you not know that? He literally said, how did you not know that? I'm like, I wish I had an answer, brother. I thought it was cool. There's been times on my channel where like every single person that's watching is subscribed. I swear. Like when I was, got a couple fewer viewers or whatever you want to call it. So I didn't even think twice about it. Ali Smudge gifting a sub to Wayne, aka Bragoon TV. Holy smokes. I've tried to ban Ali from gifting subs, but these are grown men, grown women. They do what they want. Appreciate you though. Get you inside. Maybe we'll do a combination NPSI potluck on Friday this week. That would actually be kind of dope. Ooh, that would be really fun. Ali was trying to give me something the other day to put in there. Man, I don't know if I can go back to non-black hole scooping. This is hilarious. I would love to run the numbers on the formula for this too in the black hole. Like, I've told people this before, but like the chance of them hitting us is lower than the number of stars in the universe, right? Like the math isn't there. At some point, Eve, the engine must round, right? We just don't know where that is. But that's without a black hole. With a black hole, I don't even know what the number could be. I'd have to do the math again. I'll bring the risotto. I'm going to call it the way I say it. No, I won't bring it. I won't know how to make it. That shit looks difficult. The only thing I know how to do is to put rice in like a fucking rice maker or a pot and just 2-to-1 it and steam it. You start making it into a soup or some shit, I can't do that. Is there any reason why I can't gift first players? Gift first players.
Connecting.
I don't know what that means. I'll eat the risotto. I'll burn the risotto. But I won't bring it or cook it. Yeah, I don't know who. Some people might have it turned off. I don't know. I had raids turned off at one point. Oh, Tico Killer. He's probably already subscribed. Oh, first? Yeah, these are people that were subscribed to my channel really early. Yeah, like 25 months ago when I was just testing it out. He's probably already subbed, yeah. Yeah, so I guess the first badge shows up over their sub badge or something. Dude, I don't know, man. Very generous of you, though, Ali. T-Killer's outcome's correct, dude. Dan Gravy says he'll cook the risotto for us. Dude, fuck yes. Fuck yes. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Autopilot jumping.
See that? You make the risotto and you get the subarino. Thanks, Ali. He's just doing a couple orbital strikes. I'm going for the 50. No. No. Don't do it. It's a trap. I guess do it on if you're determined, do it on Friday. When we're doing the fleet and make it hype. Thank you though. You're the best.
Autopilot jumping.
You don't control chat. Thank you. You have to come to Vancouver for it. I'm gonna do a Eve New York meetup. Anybody want to go to New York? I'm gonna do it in January. The first day it snows more than a foot. I'm gonna do the Eve meetup in New York. Saving the 5-pack for Friday. Thank you, Ali. Too generous, bro. Much love. Wouldn't go to the USA for tea in China, no offense, no doubt. But listen, I would be there, Ozzy. I would be there. And you got to factor that into your calculus. All right? I'm not saying it's enough, but you got to at least tip it a little bit towards me. You gonna buy my plane tickets? I'll cover lodging, but may need some help getting there. I mean, I got a red wagon I can pull you in. Ali hooking up Ozzy. Thanks, bud. Ali is just making it rain, dude. It's like a strip club, but Eve, and we're talking about adorable things. Just finished limping around Midtown. Uh-oh. 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 All right, as soon as Koname leaves New York, that's when we'll do our meetup.
Autopilot jumping.
You just passed 50. Oh, man. That's crazy, bro. Yo, thank you times 10. But you went 51. Oh, damn. Now you gotta refund. Can you charge back one of these? Charge back this guy. Just do a quick chargeback so this goes back to 50 because my OCD is now fucked. Thank you. I'm just playing. Really generous chatter there, obviously, guys. If you get a sub, drop a thank you. Manners are cool. Hit the wrong button. What a shame. 51 subs. I can buy a U-boat with that. You're happy now? Good. Thank you. No more subs for 2 months for you, mister. I hit the wrong button and accidentally gifted 5 subs. You put too many zeros, mom. Do not redeem. I'm getting the vibes, bro. Woo! I'm sorry. I'm losing it over here, chat. I'm losing it. When you sit here on an entire Vital Core Reservoir in one go, you start to lose it with that black hole in the background. He's coming back for more. Ali Smudge will not be stymied. He will not be quelled no matter what you say. You can't get him to stop. Just throwing him out. Some people are reckless, man. I don't know, man. I kind of like to imagine some people are like, you know, like you ever read the book The Hobbit? Anybody? Love Your Streams and Fleets. I love that. I like to think that if there's like a multiverse thing, there might be like a good Smog out there. And people that gift a bunch of subs here, I like to imagine them as like a good Smog. They're just like throwing the coins at villagers and shit. Anyway. Appreciate you, Ollie. Remember, bro, no subs are required around here. No love for the lurkers, though. It's true. It's true. Yo, fuck them lurkers, bro. Imagine lurking in a stream instead of sitting there and just typing. Come on now. It says I have 105 viewers. But the reality is, I might only have 50. I've seen The Matrix. I got some Agent Smiths in chat. Gotta save for that keyboard. Dude, I got a new keyboard. Yo, I picked one up. It's actually pimping. I got it nice and programmed. I kicked the RGB off. Retroactively paid for it, though, my guy. He's like trying to remember something I was buying. That's awesome. All dragons made by the Dark Lord are evil? Oh, okay. See, I didn't know enough lore to actually make this work. Fuck, sorry, James. My background work noise. Yeah, this stream is really good for that kind of second monitor and just banter about a generalized topic. The Eve verse. It's pretty good for that. And the only reason I say that is because, like, yeah, I'm aware. I'm in class. What do you want from me? Give me your professor's phone number. Give it to me. Where's my phone? I'm calling his fucking professor. I'm gonna have some choice words for that person. Bald Boy says I'm actually asleep. You the new calm voice. Did my part earlier. I still gotta work. Hell yeah, I'm no doubt. Nah, there's no part. You don't even have to think about it like that. Obviously, if you do the subs thing, that's cool. It gives me money. Thank you. But seriously, I like to stress that, you know. It's fun for me. Zal is here. There he goes. Hey, buddy. Guess what? Guess what? No more Moros on scan. You're back? I haven't left. I woke up and there was a fresh Vit core here that's about to go away. Hopefully I'll go and you won't have to see me for a long time. But hey, if it pops back up, I do as the crystal says. What happens if you clear the gas rats, and is it worth it, especially for the multi-box to do so? What happens if you clear them? Nothing. They just drop blue loot, and you can salvage them like normal sites. Is it worth it? It depends on who you are. Some people clear them, yeah. A lot of people clear them. For me though, I don't really rat. I don't. Not really my thing. So if I don't rat, I don't have the ships around. I can't even kill them if I wanted to. But for the core stuff, you'd want to use a Marauder. Zalium, have you logged on today by any chance? Because there is a rather convenient high sec wandering here if you need it. Just saying. 62 blue mil. 62 mil in blue loot from these rats. Got you. So QZH. Yeah, it's actually quite convenient. I haven't touched the mass either. I'm gonna jet out of there after the stream, so I'll leave it open and I'm out of here forever, hopefully. Yeah, right. Dank Gravy talking about the protection that leaving the rats. This site is the most dangerous one to gank prospects in. But the other ones, the rats are nice to dissuade people from just trying to hunt you down. Yeah, definitely, 100%. I never knew how to do this in Ant so far, though. But 16, I've unlocked it. Tell the professor to put it on the big screen. James says, I watched an Eve lore video last night. Apparently the sleepers were biological beings who went into cryosleep so they could live in a simulation. I thought they were the drones we blap in J space. You talking about Joves? Sleepers are definitely robots made by Jove. Am I bugging, James? Sometimes the wife watches while the kid sleeps. That's a triple stack on view count. Aw. That's adorable. Hopefully I'm not too crass. Are the rats in low sec and high sec gas sites as well? Negative. A lot more contested. That's a good call, T-Killer. Do you need a command destroyer to do this? No, you don't need it. We do this to basically boost. Once you have 3 or more guys, it's worth it to boost, generally. Or 4 total accounts or 3 guys. We do it to boost, and it ends up being more than the prospect. And yeah, it does make it safer. I mean, we could rip at MJFD here if we wanted to and get all our guys out, except for this guy is a little far away because of the black hole. If you have 3 guys on the dot, keep 3 prospects. That's my advice. It overcomplicates it and you don't really get any gain, even with max skills. Now, Outrider might change that. And it probably will. But I still would stick with 3 prospects over 2 and an Outrider. Yep, of course. You're welcome. According to Eve, you knew the sleepers are a Jove tribe. My understanding was that Jove is a humanoid race, partially cybernetic, right? And then the sleepers are their like robots they built to defend their space. But the sleepers are kind of self-replicating and they can go into stasis. Am I wrong on that? I actually don't know lore at all, so I'm challenging James, but I literally don't know shit. Are they the old Jovians? I swear to God, sleepers are robots. Drifters, I believe, are Jovians. With the new Tech 2 mining Destiny coming out, you can boost in my... Yeah, Dabu, it's going to be a huge buff. It also has bonuses to boosts, which is just worth it on its own. What's up, SPT? New Jovians, blah, old Jovians, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know the lore at all. Sleeper drones, okay. I see. So what I understood sleepers as, let me see if I can find that page you're looking at. I see. So the sleepers would basically be the Jovian sect that were the architects of the sleeper drone technology we now associate with them now that they're long gone. Is that why I had a background, James? That's why I had it backwards. And I'm getting this from this post in case anybody wants to see what I'm talking about. I have no idea what the lore is. SPT, how are you, buddy? Have you seen an Eidolon? I wish CCP would bring the Jove back and nuke Null for fun. I agree. Nullsec can handle some catastrophe every once in a while. I personally think that the developers should just hunt the strongest block at any given time. Thanks again, Ali. Appreciate you. Should be the last ad break of the stream here. We'll wind it down in a bit. Gotta get some food in me before I expire. Dabu says you don't have to install the rig in order to install extra boosting module. There you go. That's true. Yeah, free command proc in there. Glad to help the stream. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, truthfully, yeah, you're just basically helping me justify the amount of time I spend on this. So yeah, no doubt you are. Good looks. I live kind of a on the more meager side of life, and I'm super happy. So like, the money you gives me goes further than you think, for what it's worth. Good vibes and chill. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's all I could ask for. That's all I could ask for. Keeping the NPSI going. Ali, I don't know if you caught it, but I'm doing blobs in the weekend. I mean, it's going to be open eventually to everybody to put a character in that corp. So I'm just saying, you ever want to get into that? So I was around. Still making it happen, though. Still waiting for flyable drifter ships. I want to say that Tech 3 cruisers and tactical destroyers are Jovian technology, but mixed in with each race's engineering. But it's not quite what you're talking about. It's not drift or anything. The drifter ships are different. Blobs. Basically, right now I got a couple of guys and girls or whatever. We have battleships and we're like doing hunting for ourselves, but I'm going to open it up to bridge people out. So basically in the future, pretty much anything that can go through a bridge, covert ops. In a couple of weeks, I'll be posting stuff on Discord and letting you guys know how to join. But it's a corp, so it's not an NPSI. It's the only problem. Bring 3 guardians. Nah, they can't jump. For Logi, you'd bring strat cruisers probably. Logi is pretty good though. I would wait and learn more about it, and you'll find your role instantly, intuitively. I wouldn't worry. We're basically forming like the core of like people that can do the content now, and then we'll add people in, and then they can grow if they want to hunt as well, if that makes sense. This is for everybody too, not just people that give me mad subs, but I know you like the NPSIs, that's why I'm bringing it up. You have a Titan bridge? No, the blops themselves can bridge. We don't have a Titan bridge, and we definitely will not have a Titan bridge. We're working out of a station and a pause. But that would be fun. Titan bridge would take it to a new level. Do you keep tether when you Titan bridge? Eve Echoes has a lot of cool ships. Yeah, I actually played Echoes when it was launched. I played 4 accounts at once in Echoes. Hilarious. Titan nomading. There you go. If you buy me one, sure. I'll feed it to Losis Naya. They'd love the content. Brooks and King pipe bomb. Yeah, no, the blops is pretty easy and not super challenging, but it's chill and fun. You feel pretty cool doing it. As long as you're not a super shithead. That would be more of a small gang thing you're looking at. Excuse me. Couple more M3s in here. Said be fun for a time. Nah, I'm not comfortable with like crowdsourcing shit for the game. That's funny though. Well, I mean, I guess we do it on Jack, but not like ships like that. That would make me uncomfortable, but hilarious. I'll leave that to the pro streamers. I'll try to pull my own weight over here, guys. Pull myself up by my bootstraps. Meanwhile, CCP's just like giving me free shit. Bridging shouldn't break tether for the Titan, same as blopsing, I imagine. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's an expensive mistake to try. I felt like me trying the Rorqual's medbay. I'm like, I hope this works. Like, I hope I can dock after I do this. I did it at downtime to test it because I'm a nerd. Yeah, I mean, I kind of assume that as well, Konami. I'm on your page. Does Titan Bridge further? I have no idea how far a Titan Bridge is, bro. That's a good question. I mean, as somebody that creates content, runs fleets, like, you know, one day, if we can safely bridge up a Titan, sure, I'll do it. I have no desire to train into that, though, for what it's worth. I think blopsing would scratch the itch for me. It did before. Kata slept there in an Ishtar like it was nothing. You guys ready to watch a VCR evaporate? Wow, as I'm saying it. Mamma mia. See if these second guys do spawn. If not, I'll do a manual warp. Mamma mia. Pizza pasta. I say pizza pasta, swear to God, unironically in real life now. Nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. It's because of you. Just saying. It's not even a meme. I do say that now. Alright, give me a few minutes. We'll hopefully pack up this freaking wormhole here. That would be great because my poor homie Zal is like, please get the fuck away. Please. Stop streaming my goddamn wormhole. Nah, he's chill. Sorry, no, honestly, it's funny. It's funny. I do a lot of Italian bullshit anyway. Like, memery. Bibbity boppity, you know? It's funny. What can I say? I live in the Northeast. A lot of Italianos here. Cynotypes. Nice. So I guess I'll do a little bit of industry here. Something like that, maybe. Would that be worth our time? On the flip side... I can also get the fuck out of this hole as well. That'd be kind of cool, huh? All types of fun options today. But I gotta get my mobile depot before I do anything, because I always forget it, and then I have to buy a new one, and I just have it floating in space, waiting to despawn, because nobody in J-Space actually kills mobile depots for some reason. Hope you guys have been enjoying your day, for real. If you missed it, I started off the stream by crashing instantly. That was fun. I kind of get the impression that somebody is cloaked on grid on the VCR, because the site hasn't despawned yet. It's usually a sign of someone cloaked. I wonder if he's watching me. That'd be pretty badass. Means I have to activate my old character. Titan can bridge 6 light years. Ah, okay. That's really short. Black Ops is 8. 8's pretty good. I think JFs can go 10, right? Just go themselves. How far can a Rorqual bridge? That's a cool question. You have an avatar character? Hell yeah. Zal, I hope your week's going well for what it's worth, bro.
Warp drive active.
I fucking love J-Space. I love like the sweeping majority of people in it. I feel like I show them respect, usually. I feel like it's just been a good fit for me. It's been fun, took the day off today and scheming my next move. Alright. That's fun. See if I can get out of this motherfucking hole. So you can do your thing. Big fan of EVE Online. It's funny, like, whenever I get bored of EVE, I was bored of EVE like a week ago. Like, I kind of just, I'm like, oh, okay, that's normal to be bored of this game. But, the truth is that it scratches an itch that I've never been able to find something else that can do. There's really no replacing it. I've often thought about what happens when they stop making it, blah, 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 right? And my goal is, I guess I'll have to make it myself, single player, right? But it's probably going to be around for a lot longer. The amount that people spend on this per capita is, how do I put it, insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Zal's having some fun right now. See how good you are. You're not allowed to get bored. My morning work time would be much less enjoyable.
Warp drive active.
Are you on for much longer after Pop Shop? Nah. I'm gonna get out of his hair now. He combat scammed me down. It was pretty cool. The only reason it took him 3 passes is because we run electric camo. It's actually a pretty good example of how to get around that. Yeah, so I'll probably be on for like another half hour for what it's worth. Fair play to my boy. No Satori probes? That might have gotten you a 1 pass less. I mean, I do have ships here cloaked on grid besides the Magus. I don't know what you would have brought. That was kind of fun, though. Usually people aren't even aware enough to even get 1 or 2 passes off. I'm a space poor. I'm about to drop you a set because you're so fun. Holy shit. I get the vibe you just wanted to spook me, right? I'm about to drop him a set before I leave as a gift. Oh, you know what I could give him as a gift? I could give him the loot from the cache I found it earlier. Just wanted a new deep safe? Yo, how about I transfer you a few as a gift? Whatever. You don't need gifts. You're a big boy. You want those? All right, I'll transfer you a few. What I'll do is after I leave, I'll I'll fly to a few and let you scam me. How's that sound? Sounds like you need to gang someone out gas having? Hell yeah. It's funny, I try to tell people this, that there's like 2... It's like a... I don't know how to, it's like a hierarchy. No, it's like two-tier system. It's literally like an apartheid. People that know what strange safes are or deep safes are, and people that don't know how to make them. Like in J-Space, like it's two completely different classes of gameplay. I don't know how to describe it other than just drawing attention to how serious the difference is. And like for 99.999% of the time as a deep safe player, it's like you actually don't even have to play the game. You have to do things like stream yourself live, sit in someone's hole for multiple days, come back. You have to do so many things to even have a chance of getting caught. It's just like I can't describe how ridiculous the game is sometimes. Anyway, regardless. Let me get the fuck out of here and then we'll be back to being buddies. So he combat scanned my porpoise while I was compressing, right? And he lands his buzzer decloaked to show me he was landing as the porpoise was scooting off. But I had a few characters there. I had a Magus circling it and combat ships, ostensibly. How do you deep safe in J-Space? You can't film it. You can film it, yeah. Yeah, you can do abyssals from J-Space. There's a couple other ways as well throughout history, depending on the time frame. Shout out to Zal for scaring the ever-living fucking shit out of me. That was impressive. That was nice. All right, let me log on to some other shit here and get it out of here. I love this game. I think I'm going to leave him a set of Satori probes as a gift because he did a really nice combat scan on me. I had 3 faction SIBOs overheated, by the way, Zalium, in case you were wondering. For what it's worth. I wasn't unaware. I was a little bit scared. Give me a few minutes, guys. I have the screen censored intentionally, just logging on characters and trying to not be a nuisance. And we'll go do some industry after that. When's the next Nomad coming out, says Raptor Rage over on YouTube? That's a handsome question. So the new changes with the gas ships are definitely pushing it back a bit, but it'd be really nice if I could finish it this year. That'd be cool. That'd be a nice goal. But in reality, mate, no idea. I'd like to say I could do it in a Nomad Tale a year, but I've done a lot of... But I'm not even trying to like be a smart ass. Within a couple of months, there's no way it should take me longer than that. It looks like a good episode though. I've been working hard. Just kind of did a refactor, tore it all apart. How'd you get the first few out so quickly? Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, videos. Well, there's like no editing. I literally just recorded my gameplay. I was releasing like an episode every week. I was recording my gameplay and posting it with music. There was no forethought or sight. And like, that's kind of cool and you could keep doing that. But like, I don't personally have an interest in making a vlog. At this point, I like to tell like stories or show off cool things. It's not just like, I could, but... I'm almost out of here. Just gonna dock everybody up. Dock.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Be cool to release the raw gameplay like you're talking about. I mean, with the last episode, I released a long version of A Nomad Tale 15, which was just like 7 hours. All the cutscenes, or all the scenes that got cut.
Docking permission request. Drive active. Docking
That's probably the closest I would get. I don't really want to like be a video maker like on a schedule. It just doesn't sound fun. It sounds very stressful actually. So that's kind of why I just get really into it and like will binge on it make it like once a year. Get it back, yes. That's what streaming is for. Yeah, streaming is also very entertaining, and also people are extremely generous. Like that's part of it as well. It like justifies doing it to some small extent in this world we live in. If you want to look at it that way. That's how you keep us all hooked on stream. Streaming is kind of, it feels like a newer thing still, but I guess maybe it's not. Or Zal. I'm gonna drop him a nice gift at the sun or something. One or two more characters out of here. This guy. This guy. Chill vibe and good times. I love that. Love that for you. I do. Stream production value has gone way up in the past 5 years. 5 years. You mean across the board? Got it. All right. How about, let's see. How about, I don't want to give him one that he already has. Yeah, how about this one? I'm at one right now, man. I'm gonna drop a jet can with some Satori probes in it. I'm gonna burn on grid. You come get me, bro. I got the micro on. This is a gift. I got 8 Satori probes sitting here for this guy because he's been a good sport. Make sure he gets them before I warp off. So I binged Ant. Fuck yeah, dude. Binging Ant is like almost a rite of passage starting Eve these days. And I'm not even trying to say that self-assuredly. Like, a lot of people explained to me that they did binge it when they started. Maybe they're lying. I kind of believe them. Let's see. Oh, I got probes on me. He's scanning me down. He's happy for the gift. I love it. I mean, not to blow smoke. Yeah, I figure most people actually aren't blowing smoke. Some people do, but it's very rare. I'm just not the type of like person, I guess, that people think that would be smart to do. I have no idea. Remember when all heat was on the Paladin? All heat on the Paladin. The first time we killed a Marauder, it was just priceless, dude. Good to see you though, Raptor Rage. Hope things are well for you. Thanks for showing interest in the series, for real. So you got a safe spot and some probes. 2 safe spots and a couple probes out of this. That's a good day. That might be worth having somebody come blow up your spot. Love it. It's honestly more fun to make friends in this game than it is to dominate and talk shit. And that's kind of what I'm really kind of learning here, so. Godspeed, soldier. Remember when I made a video about safe spots? Somebody was like, dude, why would you share safe spots? They're not really safe. I'd like to remind them that all safe spots are public. It's just you don't know if somebody has that same spot as you yet. That's it. That's it. Come back anytime. Yeah, no doubt. If I come back, I'll leave you another gift. How's that? All right. Get me the hell up out of here, bro. Class 5 is scary. We got big boys out here. Life says, just thinking out loud, wrap up the episode and start the new episode after the patch drops. Yeah. I can tell you right now that I don't have enough to feel comfortable telling the story I want to tell. So I need to get more footage. I need to do more things. And the patch is definitely going to come and go long before I finish. So it's a matter of, do I finish the story up with the patch or no? We'll see. We'll see. Oh, my fucking Asteros just like sitting here AFK. At least it's high stack. That's good. Resnog followed the stream. I gave a new bro the SIGs that I had data already scanned down the other day. That's cool. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, bro.
Connecting.
Bang says I'm also very late to the party. Only started in May. Yeah, I know. It's crazy that you have kind of sorted out the whole gas game loop, but it is a kind of an approachable gameplay loop.
Docking request accepted.
Boba with the follow. What's up? I gotta give a Sleipnir to Pagel. So let me log on Jack the Needle. I don't even want to log on these characters on stream because it's going to show what hole he came out of. I'm just going to keep it anonymous for him, just as a favor. But we'll log on these guys, obviously, after the stream and get them out of here. Anybody can locate our agent, but it's like you either spoil the location or you don't. Might as well commit to it, yeah? Excuse me. I have a keybind to kill all Eve clients. It's right next to the one that minimizes all Eve clients. How about that? You said you already had the whole thing filmed? Your OCD get you? Well, no, not the whole thing, but I have a lot already filmed and edited down. But I want to retell the story and make it longer and make it cooler. So, without like spoiling anything, you just kind of got to understand, like, you know, a Nomad Tale at this point is simply a byproduct of me being interested in editing an Eve story. That's about it. So with that said, hopefully it's going to be very good. It's my goal. I'm not going to do it just to do it. It doesn't really make money if you want to look at it that way. It's not a financial decision. It's just a passion project. So a Sleipnir for my friend Pagel. He won the contest. Yeah? This was on Discord. I don't even know if he won it yet, but congrats, bro. That's definitely rigged. And for the rest of you nerds, I'm thinking because you've been so good today, before we kind of get up out of here, we should probably hand out one of these skins as well. So, I'm going to pull up YouTube chat, and I'm going to pull up a Twitch chat. So this skin is going to go to the first person who can guess the ship that I'm thinking of in chat. One succubus skin starting now. Hurricane, nope. Loki, nope. Slept there. Mommy. Prospect Alligator Legion Astero. No complaints, you're a great storyteller. Thank you so much for that. Seriously. Prospect Panther, Astero, Venture, Odysseus, Grouper, very close. Moros, JKL, Ibis, Jackdaw, Cormorant, Hallidan. Any YouTube guessers? You just got to guess a ship name. Hecate, Venture, Orca, Ishkur, Impair, Rifter, Drekevats, Machina, Drekevats. No. Frog. Negative. Outrider. Okay. It's currently in the game. If that helps. All right, here, I'll help out even more. It's a combat ship. Damavik Vedmak. My message is a ship name got flagged for Automat. I don't even see it anywhere. Cockroach. See, he can type cockroach. Tursa, Panther. Nope. Good guesses. Teamer, ex-wife. All right, it's a combat ship and it's a cruiser. It's a cruiser class. Tengu Moa, Karako, Arbitrator, Bellicose, Ashimu, Curse, Vexer, Serb, Vexer, Karako, VNI, Omen, Tiamat, Proteus, Mauler, Omen, Mauler, Thorax, Ogororor. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. X-Queer Navy issue, the classic all heat on the Paladin ship. That's what made me think of it. T-Killer Zell. Super rigged. Congrats, buddy. So guys, I don't usually stream on Wednesdays, so you won't actually see me tomorrow. But I do a NPSI fleet on Friday now. And I do stream on Thursdays, so I'm usually around. You just kind of on your own on Wednesday, but yeah, let me just say, like, it's a treat to stream for you guys and girls. So just want to say thank you as always. People supporting me like crazy. Allie throwing them around. Jerry picked up a sub. Congrats, T-Killer, on the dubs. I'll probably have a bit of a tiny potluck giveaway style thing on Friday as well. Just a chance to win something small. Yeah, it's mostly about the vibes and the chit chat and the chilling and being good to each other if we can help it. Feels a little weird. I didn't ban anybody today. Everybody was so nice to me. It's wild. Good guesses down here on YouTube. I like to do things that give you guys a chance to win too. For everybody that tuned in, I hope you have an awesome midweek. And, you know, try to find something to do for yourself today. Something cool. Maybe a little self-care, maybe a little indulgence, maybe a little treat. Find something that'll make you happy, yeah? Appreciate you guys. Oh no, my mic's not on. Feels bad, man. Hold up. Jerry, thanks for coming by. I only got a few names down. Jerry, thanks for coming by, buddy. Gravy, see ya, man. Cheerio, Tip Top, Bimp Bop, Jerky. Ali Smudge, thank you so much for being around. Generosity is appreciated, not expected, bro. Much love. Hopefully you can join us on Friday. It'd be cool. Everybody on YouTube, thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Ivan, see ya. See ya, Diff. See ya, Life. PK, my guy. Hope your week flies by. Have some fun, yeah? Biscuit, see ya, buddy. I look forward to your gas. Scotty, fun was always. Have a good one. You too, man. Take care. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate having you around. T-Killers also says thank you for the stream. Hell yeah. Moon, thanks for coming by again. Another OG chatter here. Got a bit of a funny personality, this one. It gets the giggles out of me once in a while. See you, buddy. Leaf peeping in, love it. Yeah, there's a shitload of beautiful colors around me right now. It's nuts. Myth, see you, buddy. You're very welcome. Koname, I will see you soon, of course. Let's try to stay warm out there. And, you know, make sure to sit down on the subway and take up multiple seats. It's very important. Bulba, see ya, buddy. Syria, cuz bad. That name. There's 100 ways to pronounce it. I love it. See ya. Take care. Manny, adios. Zomper, Dabu. Love you guys. I will see you on Thursday, if you decide to come by. I'm going to raid you guys to the Marine Mammal Rescue. They look at otters just kind of hanging out in the water. It's good for eye bleach. If you need to smile, stick around. Otherwise, I'll see you in a couple days.